Fatality.
I was just like, because I came out of Phantom Menace like, that was great, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't until later I was like, oh, man. Wow, was I wrong about that? Like, I was more wrong about that than fucking Martian Manhunter. And, like...
That's pretty funny.
Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another KTP. I do want to thank everyone for the awesome response last week. Got hella views, and I think we pissed some people off too with our new guest host, or I guess he's a permanent host now. So, welcome to the show, guys.
What's up?
What's up, fools?
Alright, so I think let's get right into it. Big tournament this weekend, EGL, with 10K on the line for Mortal Kombat. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Well, the stream sucked, at least the first day. But...
Well, they only streamed, like, what, 2 hours of it? 3 hours? Something like that.
They streamed, I think the first day they just did pools.
Yeah.
And I think the second day is when they did top 16. But yeah, the first day was, God, it was almost unwatchable. The stream was off and on. It was constantly refreshing. It was really unorganized.
Yeah, they were running late.
It was Combat Network like, I should say.
Oh god, don't say that. So long front page.
Right.
But yeah, that was their first tournament, and I think they admitted they made some mistakes. So hopefully,
it was late. Like I got up at 9:30 a.m. to start watching it, and like it didn't come on till like noon or something. I was like, damn, I could have got some sleep.
That's the life of a stream monster.
Yeah, I guess so. But the tournament was great.
Yeah, a lot of.
I thought the tournament was good. A lot of interesting developments. Obviously, we had Predator, we had DLC characters, we had Dave's boy Tremor going at it.
The abysmal one.
Yeah, the abysmal. We had Bone Shaper Shinnok, finally, Cowboy winning the big one. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's long overdue. Like, Cowboy is so good, like, he deserved to win a major, and I'm glad he finally did.
Yeah, I think it's overdue as well. I think we all like to make fun of Cowboy, like how much of a down player he is, because he is one.
He is.
Absolutely.
But we all respect him. We all think he's a great player. Like, it's just one of those things. It's like when you're good, it's kind of hard to hate. Like, he's a good player, and it's nice to see. Like, I mean, he was good in Mortal Kombat 9. He's Shang Tsung of the world. Probably the best Sinestro and Injustice. So, I mean, you give a player like that a really strong character. It's good to see that he can hang with the best, because that's what we think he is, and he did. So he's meeting expectations, I should say, which are hard expectations. Which when it's win a tournament.
Well, yeah, because remember,
Bravo.
He beat DJT, right? He beat MIT, which are the two people that he lost previously, in Las Vegas at EVO, right? So he overcame. He got revenge. Again, he picked up a very good character.
Those are good fucking players too.
Yes.
DJT and MIT. I mean, they're at Yomi, and they over and over have shown that they are a level above the other Yomi guys. So
I agree 100%.
So those are good those are the only players that have really scared Sonic Fox.
Yes, I do want to, give credit to, maybe just the zoning, just the zoning in me. I do want to give credit to Michelangelo because he's been doing a lot of good stuff with, Quan Chi. He was actually using Sorcerer, which is interesting.
Yeah, I saw that, the portal one.
Yes, he was using Sorcerer, which is pretty interesting because he usually uses Summoner.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he has placed top 3 yet, but he's silently, getting top 8s, gaining more experience. Learning the matchups, learning how to defend better, because that's a huge issue with Quan Chi. You have to know how to defend. So he's doing a lot. He's doing better and better with each tournament.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. Like, he was my favorite player in MK9. Like, my first tournament player, I was like, this guy's awesome. And
he's a cool guy to hang out with.
He is.
He really is.
Really awesome. Yeah. So I'm glad he's back to MK.
I'm glad he's expanding his horizons. He's I don't know. He's kind of been known as a meta 1 player, very good at the meta 1. But once you get past that, then you can kind of get in his head a little. But it's nice to see that he's, not just using Summoner. He's using new tactics, new strats. Get to know the game, and that's good to see. Yeah, good to see some extra progress.
I don't know whether he was, checking out the video that Ketchup posted. Because remember, Ketchup is the guy who he placed. What did he play? Did he make top? He
top
made
8?
top 8. Yeah, top 8 at Evo.
Yeah,
so
top 8. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, top. So he's the guy. I'm wondering whether Michelangelo, took some, looked over some of the video and took some notes, and he tried to implement that type of style, that variation to Quan Chi. It's just very good to see. It's just very good to see, and it made me, kind of pick up the variation as well. I'm gonna look into it too.
I think he looks like a greaser, like from the 50s.
That's pretty funny.
That's cool. It's true.
Yeah. What did you guys think? Sonic Fox lost. I don't know about you guys. When I saw that, I was at work, just watching on my little phone, and I could barely contain myself. That match was him and DJT. Man,
yeah,
that's really turning into a good. It's already a rivalry, but it's nice to see DJT fighting back now. It's usually Sonic Fox gets the better of him. He's clutched so many times. He's had Sonic Fox on the rope so many times. And he got him twice. He got him twice this tournament.
Yeah.
And what's even cooler, Sonic Fox went through pretty much all of his repertoire.
He used Shinnok.
He used Shinnok, he used Predator, he used Katana, he used Aaron, he shot all of his bullets at DJT. And DJT was like, "Fuck out of here! I'm still." It was barely he barely won, but and it was with Tremor Dave.
Tremor
Dave,
your boy.
Hold on. Well, okay, let me just say this, and I already said this on Pig's stream. I
didn't hear it, so I didn't get to hear it, so I want to hear that sincerity 100%.
What's that word? That A word.
Apologize.
I want to let me tell you how I think, okay? And there's definitely some apology. There's definitely an apology involved. I do think that Crystalline and Metallic are weak, but Aftershock, as DJT has proven. Hell, even Crystalline as Alucard has proven. We haven't even talked about him yet. But I do think there's those two variations of weaknesses. Aftershock covers some of the weakness that he has because of that, aerial Earthshaker. That gives him the ability to pretty much control 95% of the screen. So I was 100% wrong about Aftershock. And I apologize about that. I was definitely wrong. I didn't think it through. I still don't think the Aftershock is top tier, but it's definitely, as we have seen with our own eyes, it's definitely tournament viable, and I was 100% wrong about that.
I told you that. I told you that on the show.
I don't know, man, why I never listened to you, man. I gotta listen to you more, right?
But just that one's good. The others are garbage.
Well, I've made mistakes myself. No one's got a great, perfect track record about assessing characters.
Well, Dave wanted a pure zoning character.
I think you saw all that zoning shit and you started coming in your pants.
Yeah.
and like you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna zone, and then you looked at it strictly as like, oh, old Sagat, oh god, this is gonna be great, oh, yeah.
Rocks.
Oh. And then it turned out to be, oh, this is nothing about. He's not really about zoning.
I
He's
mean,
about.
how do you describe his gameplay style? Like, how do you describe Aftershocks? Like, you've been playing fighting games forever. Like, what's his strategy? How does he work?
I mean, I said it last time. He gets you on the ground, and then he puts fucking projectiles on. I mean, I don't know. He's kind of like a. There isn't really anything like him.
Is he more like a setup character? I mean, that's probably the closest thing that I can, think
He's
of.
strong Okazeme, I think. He's just strong wake ups. Like, he gets you on the ground and you're in trouble, bro. Like, you're gonna have to deal, especially if he gets you in the corner.
He's got like the sector up missile thing.
He's gonna put projectiles on you and I have to guess. And that's, I mean, it's really easy for him to get in. Like, I mean, that jump, whatever the hell that thing is called.
Earthshaker. Yeah, I agree. That's a huge part of his game actually that move is pretty safe. Like, some characters can punish it if he does it too high in the air, but for the most part, it almost acts like an aerial fireball. More or less.
Only the EX one is like unsafe.
Yeah. And that one, I believe you can even armor through, but DJT honestly wasn't even using that one the majority of the time. He was just using the regular one. That's the one that
he would actually use it as a mix-up. He would do like a jump punch or a jump kick into that, or he would, do the jump punch or jump kick into. Does he have a raw low? Was it a raw low I was seeing, or was he just going into? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's raw low. It's a string into low.
The basic mix-up is like 2-1-2. The last hit is an overhead, does like 9% of its own, and then you have 2-1 down 1 up 4, which is actually not safe, but you can cancel into the stone shatter, and you can make it safe. So I've been religiously studying Tremor because I'm trying to use him as one of my main characters. I'm still going to use Quan Chi because I think he fits my style the best.
Why don't you admit that you like Tremor?
I do love Tremor, and I have another joke coming up. Courtesy of
I'm just saying, like, you were always like, I don't care about characters, I don't care about any of them, I just like zoning. Why? I think you like Tremor, and you like him so much that you actually wanted him to be like a pure zoner, and you were emo about it.
I still like Tremor, dude.
I mean, like, you like him. Like, you like him.
More than like him.
Like, I do love him. I do. Here's the thing,
like,
man.
You want to buy a clock with his face on it.
I don't know about that. But here's the thing. One of his brutalities is the most awesome thing. And we shouldn't make DJT apologize. Because if you win with that brutality, I want to see you on your knees. I want to see you time that damn punch the moment, your opponent turns into a skeleton. I want to see you do that. That is amazing. Imagine, Slips, you're top 8, you're evil, the biggest stage of them all. You do the brutality on your opponent. You leave the chair, you get down on your knees, and you do that thing. How awesome would that be?
I mean, it would be.
Doesn't he say, like, let's
he used
rock?
to do the burning, like, I mean,
yeah.
Why not?
Doesn't he say let's rock when he does that?
I'm not sure. I think, I don't know, because he may say it when he summons the rock and crystalline, but I'm not really sure. Like, because I don't use that variation. I use Aftershock now. Yeah, man, you're right though. I do love the character. I really do.
I don't get
why.
that.
Why do you like Tremor? Like,
yeah, what is it about
appeal
Tremor that you?
Why, of all the characters in all the fighting games, you like Tremor?
He's the shit-colored ninja.
Well, remember, like, he was kind of mysterious because people like he was an MK9 Vita version of the game. I don't believe it was actually playable, or might have been in one of the tower challenges. So everybody was like curious, like, how is he gonna play? Like, is he gonna be zoning? Is it gonna be this? Like, and people, and that curiosity, kind of,
He's from Special Forces, though.
Yeah. Besides, he's related to Kano, and Kano, in my opinion, is cool, right? I mean,
Kano is cool.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to you maining Kano?
So is this? I'm sorry to interrupt. I just gotta ask. Does this mean that you're gonna actually learn footsies?
Well,
if you like, how far does your love go for Tremor? Like, will you actually learn and play the game?
I mean, I'm using Quan Chi right now, and can we agree that Sumner probably doesn't play the game, right? He probably doesn't.
No.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. So I'm trying to use Aftershock. I use Aftershock against Master D, who uses A-list Cage. Playing Twin uses Predator, and we gotta talk about that character soon. And obviously, I lose and I get salty and I go back to Quan Chi. So it's hard. It's hard. It really is hard, especially when you fight those characters. But I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try.
All right, fair enough. That's good. Good for you. Maybe you'll be a character loyalist.
Maybe I will. But let me mention this though, because I think this is something that escapes some people, and that's like the commentary doing some of the, some of EGP this past weekend, and EGL this past weekend, and that's like the trashing of the game, like talking about how the game is bad, while we have great players like.
The commentary was terrible.
The
commentary sucked. It was, the whole time we're watching some of our best players in the community, and all we're hearing about is LOL, DOC, ho ho, oh, Predator's so broke, so broke, Tremor, so broke, oh, NRS, LOL. It's like, we got some of not anyone could just play Predator or just pick up Tremor and just get top 8 at a fucking major with 10K. This is DJT and Sonic Fox playing. They are there because they are good players, not because of Predator, not because of Tremor. Like, just get off. Like, yes, Bone Shaper Shinnok, he's really good. We get it. Like, that's not. You don't commentate just by. It's like bitter commentating. Like oh, if I played those characters, I would be there. It's like the mentality like that some commentators have. Like, they just start hating. It's just like, just announce that there's a match going on. There's a story taking place. It's DJT and Sonic Fox. It's probably the best rivalry that we've got, and all we're hearing about is LOL Predator, LOL Tremor. It's like, the commentary for that tournament sucked. That's all there was to it. I mean, the game's fine. The game, yeah, is Predator's damage a little high? Yeah, it's probably stupid. Is Bone Shaper Shinnok a little dumb? Yeah, but they're not there because of those characters. They're there because they're good. Top players are going to be using the best characters. There's a reason why they always make top 8. So just get off of it. Yeah, those characters are probably the best ones in the game. That's not the reason why they're there. So just stop it and just commentate the damn match. Tell us, tell the story of what's going on. Like, tell us the adjustments that they're making. Show us that you know what you're talking about for this game while the match is going on, instead of just, oh, they're just derping their way in the top 8 and getting money. Just stop. Just fucking commentate the goddamn tournament. That's all Jesus.
But I think what you really mean to say is that commentary diminishes the players, because it's saying, okay,
it diminishes the players and it diminishes the game.
Yeah,
well, exactly. And honestly,
we're here to fucking enjoy the tournament. We're all there to enjoy the game and enjoy the players and enjoy it, and you're just shitting all over it.
If you don't like it, don't fucking commentate
just forget. Just why are you even there?
Well, honestly, like, you guys don't. Nobody's more critical of this game than I am. But honestly, I never talk trash about the game, because there's no point. Like, it is what it is. The game is what it is, and you can play or don't. And stop diminishing the player. This stuff like about Tremor, Predator, if you think you can do it, why don't you go and travel? Why don't you prove to others that you can do it if you think these characters are so broke? We don't need to hear it. We honestly don't need to hear it. Get away from the chair and let somebody else do the job if you're salty about it. It's simple as that. Nothing else needs to be said, honestly.
What do you guys think of, like, Capcom guys, like, commentating our games?
Oh, like Evo?
Yeah. Let's go there.
That doesn't make any damn sense at all.
Why
is that?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Again, I respect James Chen. He's one of the veterans, veteran comment. Why is he commentating our game? Honestly, it almost looked comical. It looked abysmal. He didn't know anything about the game whatsoever. In fact, I believe there was an instance where he was literally, I think Ultra David left, and he was there on his own trying to commentate the game, and he literally didn't know anything. He looked like a guy who felt like, from Mars onto the Earth. Like he was like, oh, what's going on here? Like, what is this? What am I commenting? What am I watching? He didn't know the names. Hell, he didn't know who the hell the characters were. He didn't know anything. Why is he? The thing that makes me salty is these guys would never let us do their commentating. Oh, just a bunch of NRS scrubs. What are they doing here? So why are they commentating our game? Honestly, I don't mind Ultra David. He's done it before. But come on, have people who know the damn game commentate the game.
I don't understand. Like, they want to say that Capcom doesn't, they don't care, like, hold anything over us or anything like that. Every other game at EVO, they let their community members commentate their game. Everyone. But for some reason, whenever it's an NRS game, we gotta have James Chen there. And, Ultra David, at least he keeps up with the scene, at least he keeps up with the game. He's part of the Capcom. He's fine. He's fine. I don't
he's good.
I don't have a problem. He at least knows what the hell's going on. And he's got, commentator experience. He's got fighting game experience. He's fine. But what? Yeah, like, that, just James Chen, that makes no sense. That's bullshit. Why can't we have our people doing fucking our games at EVO? I don't get it either. Like, it's just ridiculous.
It's Illuminati, man.
I think it's just Capcom. I don't. This might be a little far-fetched, but I think, like, Capcom players, it all stems from, the early 90s of Street Fighter versus Capcom. I remember growing up, just being in, like, grade school, middle school, there was the kids that played Street Fighter. Street Fighter's better. And then there's the kids that like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's better. There's blood, blah, blah, blah. There was always a rivalry between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Street Fighter obviously won. And Mortal Kombat went on to make pure shit games.
Damn.
They were, dude, like, you couldn't even...
We'll edit that out.
They were terrible. And, then so Mortal Kombat 9 comes out, and, and that's when NetherRealm's just like, hey, we're really trying to get, make fighting games for real. And it's almost like this, the stern of, oh, get out of here, Mortal Kombat. Like, we already beat, like, as Street Fighter Capcom groupies, we already, pushed the beast down. Like, we don't even, it seems like that's still, like, there a little bit. These are Capcom. They junkies. They just love Street Fighter. They cream every time Ryu does a fireball.
Well, I do that too, but
any fireball.
I
don't know. Maybe I'm looking way too far deep into it.
Honestly, here's what you have a major tournament. I want to see 16-bit. I want to see all grassroots. I want to see 16-bit. I want to see Pick of the Hat. I want to see people who know the community, who can tell the inside stories, who can tell the forum drama, who can tell the backstage type of drama. That's the people I want to see. I want to see those guys commentate our game. Our guys, our game. I mean, am I right or wrong here?
Well, yeah, or at least someone that knows what the fuck's going on in the game.
I'm telling you, man, James Chen was like a marsh there for like 10 seconds. He was like, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, two people are playing. I don't know the characters' names. Like, it just looked awkward, dude. It really did.
James Chen on blast. Someone tag him in this.
I don't think he posts on that.
He doesn't.
I know Ultra David does.
That's another telling. He probably doesn't even have an account.
Yeah, I don't think it does. That was just awkward, though. And you guys can look at the moment. You can determine for yourselves.
What do we think about Predator and like Sonic Fox? Like, and Forever King was using them too.
Yeah, everybody was like, fucking Hunter Predator's the most broken shit in the game. He's gonna win for free, and he didn't.
I think Hunter Predator is design-wise, the way he works, I think he's fine. I mean, obviously that damage is out of control.
65% 2 bars into a setup.
Obviously his damage is out of control. Like, that needs to be... Even the triple beam ones, HQT or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Even that damage is just, like, easy, 50% in the corner. Like, it's a little absurd. Like, that... Yeah, Predator's probably a top 5 character. His damage is stupid. But I don't think design-wise he's that bad. Like,
here's a question: do you think the trap should go away on block? Like
No.
Sub's clone.
no.
That's kind of the nerf that people are screaming for.
Well, let's handle, the first thing, which I agree with Slips, the damage has to go. And he's one of my characters. I love HQT. And, Slips, he's one of your main
I
characters as
play
well,
him
right?
too, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, come on. Like, a zoning got to show me doing like 45%, 50 in the corner. That's super obvious. I mean, no, that's going to get nerfed. So there's really, most likely, I assume. So there's really no point in, going crazy.
People always say, like, oh, they don't get nerfed too hard. They don't want to get their character nerfed too bad. Just fix the broken things. Well, the only thing that really seems broke right now is the damage. As far as, the mines and stuff, I mean, it's tough to block sometimes, but I mean, I think once people get enough matchup experience, it'll be fine. Like, you saw DJT and Fox playing, like, just Fox playing Forever King. Like, Forever King was doing a pretty good job blocking all that shit too. It's just Forever King fucking had it. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, he had it
close. Yeah, he had it.
He
Dropped a combo.
He dropped the combo. He saw that Sonic Fox was down to almost nothing, and he just started mashing.
I thought he had it. Like, ugh.
He needed an ounce more of constitution and composure, and he just lost it. He was just like, I'm gonna mash. He was just banking that Sonic Fox was gonna fuck up, and he didn't. And he just fucking didn't block. He just tried to get a quick down 3, and he died. And it was just, you're playing Sonic Fox. Play 100% the whole time. Don't bank on him fucking up. But yeah, it was. I mean, it's just shave the damage off is all I'm saying. We don't know if his whole design is broke yet. The main thing that we know that is broke is that his damage is out of control. So just fix that, and we'll go from there. Like, just shave off a little bit at a time. Don't chop off his whole dick.
So you think the low laser on block?
Just circumcise him. That's all I'm trying to say.
Just a little off the top.
Right.
So you think the low laser on block is fine? -7 is plenty.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's full combo punishable for some characters, yeah.
And the more important thing is, once you block it, you pretty much get your turn back. If you have a low block, it's your turn, and you know how important that aspect is in this game.
That's 50/50
so the zoning. Yeah, so the zoning and this, his zoning is fine. I do agree with the damage; it's too high. But remember, even with Freddy and MK9, the first thing that they nerfed was his damage, and everybody agreed was too high. Same thing with Predator. So the community needs to stop going crazy and relax. I'm pretty confident, that's one of the first things that NRS is going to address.
I think we all feel the nerfs coming. It's just how far are they going to go with it? Is he Cabal tier?
That's no. Get out of here.
I don't think so.
Preposterous.
I think he'll have problems with mobility characters. Like, I think Kung Lao might even beat him. Like, what does he care about all that shit on the screen? He can go where he wants at all times. His hitbox is huge. He can probably jail those strings for God knows how long. I mean, besides that disc, like, Predator doesn't really have good anti-air besides throwing out neutral jump punch and throwing that disc out. So, and if he's throwing that disc out, I mean, you just run in and make him block, it disappears, and then he's eating pressure. Like, I don't know. I think design-wise, he's fine. He's slow as hell. He's primarily just stationary object, just throwing shit at you. So
his wake-ups suck.
Yeah, his wake-up. Like, I think he's fine. It's just the damage, and I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with how quick Sonic Fox is able to pick up these characters, man. Like, he just picks up characters, and like, imagine like Katana Prime, he's working his ass off on Katana, and then Sonic Fox just like watches him play, or maybe he played him. I forget what. I know Sonic Fox gave him props, and he gave Katana Prime props for showing him how good Katana was, and then Sonic Fox just picks her up and just automatically just immediately better than Katana Prime. It's just like, damn, like, that's pretty impressive. It takes me fucking weeks to learn a character. I don't know how he does it. Like, that's a talent.
He's just a freak of nature.
He's gonna pick up anyone and make him look bro.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, Predator looks broke because Sonic Fox. I mean, he is broke. The damage it's broke, but let's also keep in mind that Sonic Fox is broke too.
Well, let me also just say this while we're. I mean, Tremor's good. I was wrong, but dude, it's not just any person who's using the character. It's DJT. Let's be serious here. You know, I mean, you had Alucard. He did well. He did beat Rio with Kotal Khan, I believe, to make top 8. But it's DJT using Tremor. And DJT is just on any player in the community. He's probably tied first or the second best player right now. So it's not just any player who's taking advantage of the character. Let's keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, I don't think Tremor's broke. That's crazy. I think he's like maybe upper mid.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who knows where he is? All we know is that he's
True.
not.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
But just that one variation. The others are trash.
The others.
I don't think they're trash, but because remember that Alucard used Crystalline halfway, in his pools and to get top 8. So I don't think they're trash, but I do think there's some weaknesses that are pretty clear. And I talk about that, in my thread, and I try to elaborate, as I play more and test out the characters. But I do think right now Aftershock is clearly the best.
You ever had that drink Aftershock?
Which
alcohol?
There's a drink?
It's alcohol. It's like a whiskey.
Which one? What type of drink is it?
It's like
beer?
No, it's like a whiskey, but it's like minty flavor.
Have
you had that?
I had Fireball. I don't know.
It's similar to that.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's good.
Man, I gotta take note of that.
Tremor would approve.
Dave's literally going to be drinking out of that Kool-Aid. That Tremor Kool-Aid.
I will. I also want to talk about. Let's talk about this concept again. You see this a lot on Test Your Mind, social media, all over the place. This concept of no aerial options in this game. And I think Slips, I'll let you handle this one because I do think you understand how to anti-air in this game. Go ahead.
I think anti-air is fine. I did see that thread. Like, there's this thread going on right now. Like, what do you think about MKX? And I do see a lot of like, oh, there's no anti-air. People didn't think there was anti-air in Injustice. Jumping is strong in every fighting game, and when it first comes out, no one's quite sure what the anti-air is. I mean, in Mortal Kombat, we were all down 2ing as our anti-air, and it wasn't until later everyone started using standing jabs and shit. Injustice, I mean, it was pretty much about air to air. It was all about trip guard. And this game's pretty much the same. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. Most of it's trip guarding. Like, you just, keep your spacing. I think what's thrown for a lot of people for a loop is that there's not... In MK9, all the jump arcs were the same. All the jump attacks were the same. So, all the anti-airs were the same. But this game, the jump arcs are different. There's many different jump attacks, so your anti-air is going to vary depending on the spacing. It's pretty much like every fighting game ever made. So I don't know. You've got, there's trip guard, obviously, just keep your spacing. You've got armor Sub Zero players like, oh, I can't, there's no anti-air if I don't have clone. You have an armored ground pound thing. Like, you can just armor. Like, so many characters. I mean, it's just duh. It's so I mean, obviously down to some characters, neutral jump punch is great. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I think it's just people playing online and it's just too hard to react to. Or maybe there's a few exceptions where some characters' jump attacks are just super good. I mean, there's like Scorpion's is really good. Kotal's jump 1's really good. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be that's every fighting game ever. You watch Street Fighter, you see Infiltration just jumping around constantly with Akuma. He's constantly. The whole concept of why dive kicks are good is because you have to guess when they jump at the air at you, and you have to guess which anti-air you gotta use. Like, I don't understand this whole anti-air. I ignored it for a long time, pretty much, because I just figured it was just newbies and idiots just tearing about it. But anti-air's fine. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's all I have. That's pretty much all I have to say. Is Get the fuck out of
Just fuck you.
Slipper, don't you think like another one of the option? This is because because I'm using Quan Chi. He has a decent walk speed. Is having the ability to recognize when they're gonna jump and walking back, and as they're jumping down, doing a 50-50 mix-ups on them or throwing them. Don't you think that's another option? Because it doesn't have to
That's
necessarily
strip
be
guarding,
armor.
yeah. I mean, that's,
Yeah, exactly.
That's strip guarding. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, either they land and they whiff their jump attack and you get a full fucking combo, or they land and they know they're at a huge disadvantage and you put them in a 50-50. Like, yeah, it's just keeping your spacing. It's just that simple. Like, it's pretty hard to just see a projectile and jump. Like, the projectiles are pretty fast. Like, you kind of have to anticipate that type of stuff. Or, I mean, same thing with just the long-range normals. Like, you have to just jump out of anticipation. So it's not easy just to get at that perfect distance where you want to be able to land your juiciest part of your jump attack. Like, there's movements too good for that, I think. So I think people are just dumb. They act like it's injustice where they get at a fixed point and they're going to do their jump attack and you don't have an option. Like it's Aquaman's jump 3 or something. Get the fuck out of here. You can move out of the way. You got armor. You've got your down twos. There's plenty of things you can do. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, there you are.
All right.
All right.
All right, so EGL was not the only tournament this past weekend. We also had one in the UK with big money on the line that saw Sub Zero 6-0ing Foxy Grandpa with Madsen. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was awesome. What does that mean?
What does it mean? Is Sub Zero good?
That's the question. That's the $1 million question now, isn't it?
I've heard he does.
I don't know. Like I watched it, and I mean that's Foxy Grandpa. He's the second best player in the world, right? I mean he got second in Evo, and he got 6-0'd by Sub Zero. 6-0'd by mid-tier Sub Zero.
I guess the clone was functioning properly.
I mean, it either means two things. It either means Madsen has somehow reached another level that's beyond even Sonic Fox, or Sub-Zero is actually pretty good. I mean, because we've heard Sub-Zero, he loses to all these top tiers. He gets destroyed by Quan Chi. He gets destroyed by Shinnok. He gets destroyed by Kung Lao. 7-3 matchups. So it's either Madsen overcame 3-7 matchups right in a row, or Sub-Zero, or he's godlike and Sub-Zero's good.
Because he'd also beat Mustard, right? Who uses Shinnok. So he beat Mustard.
He beat Mustard.
He beat Foxy. I don't know if he played.
Did he beat Ketchup too?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they played.
But either way, he beat Tempest Kung Lao, and then he beat Bone Shaper Shinnok. I mean,
that's two of the best.
It's hard to make a case against that. It's like Slip said. Either he is beyond the level of our ordinary Super Saiyan, or or he is, or Sub-Zero is better than better than we thought. I mean, it's one or the other, and you can't have it. I mean, you guys interpret it, but that's the kind of it's between those two apparently.
Wait, did he use all Sub-Zero?
All Sub-Zero.
No, Blood God.
He actually, I think he used Kotal Khan, War God, one of the matches, but he used Sub-Zero the vast majority of the time. Grandmaster, of course. I think, in my opinion, I think Sub-Zero is high mid-tier. I've seen Tom Brady play. I've fought against him many times. He does fine to me. To me, the clone, I know it's an issue, that the fact that the EX clone doesn't come out sometimes. But that, to me, it's not the main problem as to why Sub-Zero is not a top-tier character. back two not being safe is probably much, much more prevalent than the ice claw not functioning correctly. That's the way I see it. So if you want to make a case and say, like, I want Sub Zero to be good, why wouldn't you say, okay, I want back two to be safe, or I want more damage? I think those aspects are the real reasons. And again, I talk to Tom privately. He's a close friend of mine. We talk almost on a daily basis. And I tell him, Tom, that to me is the reasons, like back two and the limited amount of damage that Sub Zero does sometimes. Those are the main issues. This ice clone stuff to me is pointless. That just
I agree. Like it feels like the main issues that I see with Scorpion is when he doesn't have a bar meter, his 50-50 is not really worth it. The risk reward isn't worth it. So I mean, he's pretty much left up to throw when he doesn't have meter. At least in my opinion. I thought one of the main arguments we hear from Sub-Zero players is that it's 50-50, even when he has meter, it's unsafe because you can armor through the back 3-3 on for the low, and then the overhead is just unsafe naturally. But I mean, Madsen was using the 1-2, which is incredibly fast. It's got the same range as back 2. It comes out almost, as far as I could tell, practically the same size, like the same time as when your back 2 would hit. I was playing Red Raptor just a couple weeks ago, and he just picked up Sub-Zero just for fun. I mean, he's just still learning with him, but like that was one of the things he was doing, and he did it to me, and I was just like, what the fuck is that move? I was like, and he could combo off of it with EX freeze. You couldn't armor through it, at least as far as I could tell. He's got actually like meterless. He can do 1-2, 3 or something into that kick. And if he sees the 2 hit, he can just go into the slide. And if he doesn't, he's safe, I think. I don't know, but that was always one of the arguments, and I see this move, and I'm just like, it looks like he's got a low to me. What the fuck y'all talking about? So, I don't know.
Well,
I think
yeah. Well, just to elaborate on your point, I think a lot of the strings that have lows in them, and I think here's another one. It's a 3 kick thing. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know the notation, but it still hits you sometimes. Why? Because you're constantly fuzzy guarding. That's what people don't understand. People get hit by some of these strings because they're fuzzy guarding. They're trying to, guess the overhead, guess the low. They're, holding block, up, down. So naturally, when you're doing that, you're going to get hit by some lows. Or, by the overheads, Same thing with, I don't know, Tremors 2-1, 2-2-1, down 4, It's going to happen. So, just, and I know I'm guilty of this as well, but just try to play your character and try to find out stuff before you jump to conclusion. I think that's probably the biggest lesson here for everybody, right?
I remember I was playing Raptor. I got stuck in the corner. I was like, okay, I'm not getting hit by that fucking stupid 1-2. I know that jab's coming. I know that after that jab is going to be low. I'm going to see if I can see it between that and back 2. And he had the clone out. I was like, I'm just going to fucking play defense. And then he did the jab. I was like, okay, I'm going to block low. And he just whipped it and he just ran up and threw me into the fucking clone. I was like, oh, so there was even more to this shit. I was like, this is fucking
50,
ridiculous.
50 or the throw.
I was like, it's just crazy. Like, I think it's just, poor Tom. Tom did this in Injustice. I remember when Tom was commentating at EVO when Madsen was playing and Madsen was doing that 1-2, and Tom's just like, oh, why would you do that? Oh, just that's not what you do there. Blah, blah, blah. Tom, I think the weakness of Tom is he does not want to acknowledge that sometimes other scrubs, or not even scrubs, but sometimes other players are able to find stuff that you haven't explored or you haven't, you have to think twice about. He did it in Injustice. I remember it. What the hell is it called? UFGT. He's the first time he saw Dizzy just abusing, meter burn Trident Rush. Tom just laughed at him. Tom laughed. He's like, what an idiot. Why would you do that move? Why wouldn't you just do the 50-50? What a scrub. Dizzy's an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. And then it turns out to be fucking broke. He's like, oh, now that the Scoop's nerfed, Aquaman, he's not even top 5 anymore. Then Theo comes in and just mops everyone up. with fucking Aquaman doing meter run Trident Rush all day. So I'm every once in a while, like, you just comb through the forums. Every once in a while, someone, a scrub, an idiot, maybe an average, maybe a decent player will post something, and maybe it's good. Like, you have to be open to. You can't think of everything. Everyone thinks differently. Like, you can't think of every single scenario and every facet of your character. Like, everyone's mind works differently. So when someone posts something, if it seems solid, I remember Eddie Wang posted something in the Scorpion forums. 99% of the Scorpion forums are crap, but he posted one thing, like his jump 1 to forward 4 doesn't combo. I was like, that's actually really good. I was like, that's really fucking good, and it's huge. It's a big part of my game now. It sets up it's part of my vortex, and it's without that, I don't even know how I'd be playing. Like, that's a big part. Like, you got to be open to everything. I know Tom's a smart guy. Like, he puts great videos together, and I know Tom explores all the options, but he's got to acknowledge when someone thinks of something you haven't thought of, doesn't mean it's not good. Doesn't mean it's crap. So that's all I got to say. Sub Zero seems fine.
He's viable. He's not like tops, but he's decent.
Well,
He
speaking of
looks like he nerfs. Yeah. We should nerf Sub Zero.
Nerf him into the ground.
Well, speaking of Scorpion, man, you got something going on there on Test Your Might, don't you? I noticed you made us some kind of, I think, assessment of Scorpion, and where you kind of rank each. I mean, you talk about it because you're the one who made the thread. I just want to pick that up too.
Yeah, I had a slow day at work. I was like, let's just throw this together. I'm not even. It's just how I feel about some of the aspects. There's so many different categories that I made that could probably be, conversion to one. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to touch every point of the character. But yeah, I mean, that's my assessment. I think ninjutsu is probably the best all around. It's the safest. It plays Mortal Kombat X more than the others, and I think that's what's most important. Hellfire is good too. Like, I think Hellfire's got the best vortex. But yeah, I mean, ninjutsu's you can't zone Scorpion anyway because of teleport. So if you can't zone, then what's the next step? Footsies. Well, which variation of Scorpion has the best footsies? Ninjutsu. So it just plays, and what's the biggest thing about MKX? Footsies, keeping people out, and ninjutsu does that the best. And I would say, if Hellfire had a better 50-50, then if his forward 2 did a little more damage, or maybe if it was a little safer, a little less negative, then maybe Hellfire would be better. Or maybe if forward 4 is a little quicker, then Hellfire might be better. But I think the way this game is played, ninjutsu is where it's at.
Do you think, I don't want to, I know you hate looking back, and so do I, but I think just to acknowledge it, I don't like Scorpion. I hate the character. I hate any character with a teleport. I think they're broken, but especially one that has a 20-frame teleport. But do you think that, they might have just slightly over-nerfed him? Because honestly, even I think so. I mean, he went from these ridiculous frame traps, like plus 20, and all of a sudden, Hellfire used to be his best variation, now might not even be his best one. What do you think? How do you address that?
I think it was fine. I think that was perfect. I thought that shit was stupid. He'd get 40-something%, and then you'd have to guess between the. I mean, not even guess. He just got free damage. I thought it was fine. I think it's fine the way it is. The only thing, I think the main thing is, he's not supposed to be a pressure-based character. He is more about, forward 2 or back 3 and throw. That is probably that's how the design seemed how it was supposed to be, and now it's more geared towards that. And it's not this fucking broken block string that you can loop 3 times in a row. So I personally, I'm fine with it. The main thing I don't like is forward 2's punishable by Cassie, and it's super negative. I hate that. And
Oh yeah, you're talking about the overhead, right?
Yeah.
The one that plants to the ground. Okay.
Yeah. I wish that was a little
mean-
bit better.
Yeah, but back then, I mean, he pretty much got like maybe 50% right from any juggle with a bar. Because if you have to block, the whole entire loop, 2, 1, 4, 5. Yeah,
Just jump kick and fucking teleport. He's gonna get half life. Yeah.
yeah.
Anything
But right-
anything he hit you with was half life. If he had a bar.
But right now, you think he's still like what, a solid high mid tier character? You think?
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I don't got any problems with him.
Is he better than Sub Zero?
I have no idea. I mean, he's not bad. Like my main beef with Hellfire is that his footsies are kind of meh. It's decent for keeping people out, but I don't know. It's not easy chasing people down because he doesn't really have that much range on his normals.
You mean outside of ninjutsu, right?
He can't really whiff punish. I mean, he can. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to whiff punish in Hellfire. It's pretty much he's got a. It's like ninjutsu puts people in more 50-50 situations than Hellfire. Like if someone whiffs a move, even if I don't completely whiff punish it in ninjutsu, like they gotta guess. It's gonna be either a throw or it's forward 2 because you ain't gonna be able to jump around. You ain't gonna be able to backdash. You ain't gonna be able to armor. You're gonna have to hold this forward 2 as a best case scenario for you, and then it's just throw. And there's just so many scenarios where it's in the footsies where it's either forward 2 or throw time. You can't jump around because of back 2. You can't whiff anything too bad because of back 2. And if back 2 hits, I know it's punishable. If it hits, it's vortex time. It's a good combo. Like you gotta fear it, and you can't just sit there and eat throws all day. That's the other thing. He gets you on the ground. Like if you don't got a quick wake up armor attack, it's tough. Like he's gonna stay in. I think only characters that can really punish his forward 2 are like, give ninjutsu problems, and then you can just run to Hellfire.
Going from like MK9 and Injustice Scorpion, how happy were you with MKX Scorpion? Like he actually doesn't suck now.
I don't ever want to think about MK9 Scorpion.
Why?
He's an absolute
Down 4 takedown.
I don't remember how many. When I die, and if I see God, I want to ask God, how much did Mortal Kombat 9 Scorpion like shave off of my life? How many years of stress did I lose playing that character? Because it was bad.
Maybe he was testing you.
Yeah, right. It was terrible. I couldn't. I get so fucking mad. God, like people who see my stream see I get mad. Imagine how mad I was playing Mortal Kombat 9 like Scorpion. I'd be happy if I went 5-5 with someone. If I lost to Pete's Cyrax 7-3, I'm like, all right, that was a good session. Like that was great. I feel good about that. Like this is fucking crap. Like I remember playing Waffles. I couldn't even get a fucking round. If I got a round, I was happy. I was like, this is great. I got a round. Stupid.
Well, he was good in Injustice for a little bit.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
I think, let's like, I thought, if you don't want this podcast to be like another 5 hours, I'm just gonna shut up about that because I'm not even gonna, I'm not gonna say anything about Injustice Scorpion. But I am happy that you do like the character, in MKX, and I'm happy that even despite all the nerfs, which might have been a little bit too much in my opinion, you still see that the character is still viable. I think that is important, especially after the entire Injustice Scorpion, fiasco. So
He's cool.
What do you think of his look? What do you think of his look?
I think he looks awesome.
I think this is the coolest he's ever looked.
God, he looks cool.
Yeah.
I want to buy a bunch of belt buckles and just sleep with him.
Just wrap yourself in them.
He looks great. I love him. I love he looks like a Reaper almost with that hood. He's fucking awesome looking.
I especially love like the inverted color, like the alt color.
Yeah, that's the only one
That's
I use.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I like the Mortal Kombat 9 one, but it just brings back too many bad memories.
You just can't do it.
Yeah, I just can't. It just doesn't work.
But that forward two, just to touch on it again, can Kung Lao also spin it with the Tempest and the Buzzsaw spin? Can both of them punish that move?
I don't think he can. I think it's only Cassie. It just sucks that he's super, super negative. Like, if they block it, like, I'm in their guessing game. I'm in their best guessing game right there. And it's like, man, I only went for 9%. Like, I don't know, like, you see Jackie, like, you see plenty of overheads that are unpunishable that go to combos.
What do you
But
think?
all I want is this thing, this knockdown move to not be so fucking negative.
How do you think? What should be the frame disadvantage on it, in your opinion?
-3 would be, even -3 would be better than minus, I think it's 5 right now. Something. It's like, man, I'm just doing 9%.
Yeah, because it doesn't really juggle. It's just. Is it untechable knockdown though, or can you still tech roll?
You can't tech roll, that's true.
So that's not. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It should be a little bit, safer for what it does, considering it doesn't launch. It just gives you probably like a setup or something.
Yeah.
So.
And it'll get. I don't know if those option selects are going to go away, but if they ever do, that's really going to hurt.
What do you mean by that?
That's the other thing too. That's what also really fucking sucks is that his low that goes into the same thing is even more punishable. So it's like, if those option selects go, it's gonna get even worse. His 50/50 is gonna be even worse now.
But that's just, to be fair, that's for other characters. I use Quan Chi and the same thing with back 2 into trance. I mean, if that's gone,
Those
then
are full combos though.
that's true. This
is just supposed to knock you down.
Yeah, well, I do understand.
I'm risking 14%, and almost everyone can punish that back 3-2, forward 2. Almost everyone can. And that's brutal. It's like, thank God for option selects, because if they weren't, fuck, this sucks. Then ninjutsu will be far and away the best, like, not even a question. So I do worry about the future a little bit.
But isn't, like I said, it's not just about Quan Chi and Scorpion. I do think other characters also depend on it. And other characters might suffer, if those option selects are removed, then other, character will suffer as well, not just Scorpion and...
like, I mean, Raiden's gonna get hit hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he won't have a safe overhead option anymore. He's gonna be like, what, -60? And that's an issue.
That's like the double-edged sword. Like, I don't want them because I need my safe low, but at the same time, at least Raiden will be fucked over, and I don't know. It's that option select argument's tough. Like, I think if they take away the option selects, then maybe make those 50/50s a little bit safer if they're not launching at least. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. That does sound reasonable. Yeah, but it sounds reasonable though. Well, let me introduce the Mortal Kombat 10 EXL champion. Who has just joined our call.
EGL.
What?
It's EGL, not EXL.
I said EGL.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Edit
So
that.
our EGL champion, Wound Cowboy, welcome to the KTP, man.
Hi, Dave. Nice to be here.
Welcome
I love
back.
how after 3 years, you still can't say my name properly. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's Wound, dude. It's Wound.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I apologize about that. But again, we talk all the time. I can't pronounce the words correctly, right? So I
Yeah.
gotta pass them.
Welcome back for your weekly segment.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, glad to be back.
Well, man, how does it feel? You won your first, major tournament. I'm really happy for you. Everybody's happy for you. How do you feel?
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I I couldn't believe it when it happened, honestly. I always go to tournaments, of course, wanting to win. I never sit down intending to lose. But I had some doubt when I was, in top 3 grand finals. But then, I got up 2 games on DJT, and I knew like there was a really good chance. So, and then when the last game ended, I couldn't believe it. It was awesome. I've been playing 4 years. I haven't been able to win like a major, so this was awesome.
Yeah, this is your first official major win.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's really great. That's something I've always wanted.
Yeah, I think I don't. It's. I'm glad you won. It's cool. Like you're a hardcore like community member. You've been around for years. Everyone knows you're good. It's we all we all like razz you about how much you downplay, which you do, and
And we'll get to that later as well. Obviously,
and
we
like
have
yeah, I mean we've called you like a choke artist and shit like that. So
Wow.
Damn.
Thanks for coming on to get blown.
Yeah, get blown up,
But
man.
no, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like for all the shit that we give you, and to still maintain that confidence and maintain that just high level of play with all whatever distractions people throw at you. I'm glad you overcame, and it's awesome that you won, even though it's Bone Shaper Shinnok.
Hey, damn, dude, all these asterisks. Even though you're a choke artist, even though you're
I'm just playing.
But
No, I understand.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I was watching it work, and I was like,
Really?
oh my god, this is crazy. I was like, he's doing it.
Yeah.
You were doing it, man. I was watching. I was like, he's feeling it. He's doing good.
dude, he had a tough path too in that tournament.
Yeah.
A lot of killers.
Yomi.
I was like, he's playing smart. I was like, he's doing it right.
And then you decided Bone Shaper Shinnok need to be nerfed, huh?
I mean, to be fair, I said he was top 3. I mean, from the last episode. So I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if it's still hard to win a major. I don't
No,
care.
definitely, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you're using the best character or not. Like
Mhm.
at the top 8 of every tournament, it's the best of the best. Like you can lose. It doesn't matter if you're using the best character or not. Like
Yeah.
it's tough. Like you're going against characters you might not have ever seen, and but the bottom line is you're playing against experts when you get that high up.
hmm
And I don't care if you're using fucking Cabal or Bone Shaper Shinnok. It's tough. So congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
But
I did just hear Cabal and Bone Shaper Shinnok in the same sentence, so.
I like how he snuck that in there.
Well, I was gonna say something dumb like Reptile, but I think I actually think Reptile's good. I couldn't. Maybe Goro. I couldn't say Goro, so I couldn't come up with like a shitty character who's like.
Dude, just do the
whatever.
broken character.
No, it just ended there. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
So like,
Cowboy, is there fear in your heart that Shinnok may...
is there
I like the
fear
choice of
from-
words.
Yep.
Uh,
Is
yeah.
there fear in your heart that he may be over normalized in the next batch whenever it comes out?
Yeah, definitely. I don't. I hate saying this, but from what we've seen, there's a lot of reaction to what people are upset about. So I definitely think it'll happen, which sucks. But I don't know. We'll see how bad it is. What happened, and you can have your opinion about this. I know what happened in Black Adam and Injustice. He's probably not top 10 now. So some people would say, well, hey, that helped the game overall in the long run, which maybe that's true, but definitely also hurt him and Black Adam players. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how things lie.
I mean, but if they again, I always criticize the patches, but so far I think they've mostly been fair. They really
Right.
didn't any character. They didn't completely annihilate any specific character. They didn't. There's no. We talked about Scorpion before you came on. There's no Injustice Scorpion type thing. There's
That's true.
There's none of that. If a character gets nerfed, it's usually 95% of the time something reasonable that happens. Something that is either designed to make the character harder to play or to eliminate some really disadvantages in matchup. Don't you
Right.
agree?
No, yeah, and MKX has definitely been better, but I mean, there's still that possibility, So
Yeah,
I am
it's-
definitely worried. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to speculate, but I'm gonna give you the chance
hmm
to do the Fool of the Week segment.
Oh.
I'm not
Oh.
gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it this week, but I think it's
Mhm.
up to you. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, Fool of the Week. Now he may not actually even know about this because I think he was banned. But VR, my friend, you are the Fool of the Week. I'll tell you one thing. You're definitely right about one thing. There is only one Bone Shaper Shinnok, and he's in this call. It's not. He's not on TYM. He's not in Orlando. He's not in Tampa. He's in San Jose, California, right here. So I mean, the debate is settled. If I have to hold you placing 5th at CEO, okay, that's fine. You know what? I was there. I did not place. So yeah, I'll hold that. But you damn sure have to hold this. I've won a major with Shinnok. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate you giving me props. That's nice. But I will call you out on something else too. I've heard you're this innovator, right? Like, fucking this guy who made up Shinnok. I didn't realize you gave him his overhead though. Like that that's kind of funny. I didn't realize you gave him a bow either. 50-50? What? So yeah, I did not know you invented mix-ups. So thank you for that. But no, real talk, Shinnok, you can debate his tier position. I don't know. Some people are saying he's the best in the game, which I think is dumb. But no matter what you think of his tier position, he's a simple character. There's really basic old fighting game stuff. You zone him out, get him conditioned, then you go in and mix him up. It's been going on for 20 years. So I do have to regulate that. You were not innovating anything here. Did not find some groundbreaking tech. So yeah, that needs to be called out.
Damn, man. Okay.
Yeah.
That's, no, I mean,
that's it. He gave me some props, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he did. But what is he banned for? Cowboy? Are you responsible?
I believe he said that Crimson Shadow was gurgling my jizz. I think that's the quote.
Wow.
Awesome.
Smart thing to say to a moderator, yeah.
Yeah. He has some,
I didn't even know who. Go ahead.
What?
He said some other flowery language for you, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else. Talking about how I should drink bleach.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. Okay, let's be serious here. I know I'm a clown, test your might sometimes, but dude, seriously, like, is that what you're gonna say? Like, come on. Let's troll in a more, I don't know.
Tone it down.
Say
a little
something
bit.
funny, but tone it down.
Not like
Make
die,
it
yeah.
Just tone
Yeah,
it
like-
down, man.
Drink bleach and die, Dave. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Like, you were so original. Like,
Yeah. I mean, like, eat shit and die is funny at least, but that's just dark.
but
I didn't even know who that was.
Yeah, didn't you think he was gross because of the
I thought he
DRI?
was gross. So I didn't know I was supposed to know who this dude was. Like, so this guy went, like, he gets top 8 at one tournament, and we're supposed to bow down. He's supposed. I don't know. I mean, I don't know him. I've never played him.
Right.
But I think that's a little presumptuous to do good at one tournament and say like start waving your dick around and shit. It's kind of pulling a Mr. Molina type thing,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn. Whoa.
Throwback.
Claws come out.
Yeah. But yeah, I am pretty satisfied overall. There's nothing really any Shinnok player can say.
But what is your what is your next tournament? You think?
I'd say most likely it'll be SCR, which is early October.
So you're
yeah.
not retiring?
No.
Good.
Are you sticking with Shinnok?
Yeah. Even if he gets nerfed super hard, then I might have a switch. But if he's nerfed a little bit or not nerfed, I'll stay with him.
Do you feel like a bond growing to Shinnok? Because you didn't like him. Like, he just won you a bunch of money.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's kind of messed up because I love Shang Tsung and Sinestro. They're awesome, but I never won with them.
Right.
Shinnok, I'm kind of indifferent with. Like, he's kind of cool, but he just won me a lot of money, like you said. So I guess that's cool.
He's growing on you.
A little bit. I still don't like. He does not look good in this game. His costumes stink.
His second costume's on it.
Well,
Wait,
wait,
okay.
That samurai one.
That
Oh,
one's
yeah.
stupid. That one's
Worst.
stupid.
but he's a
Wait,
cool
so you
character.
like
I
that?
mean, he's the main villain of the game.
Right.
He's got some pretty cool quotes.
He does have good quotes. I do like
Yeah.
that.
I like his
He's got-
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
It's okay. Yeah.
pretty much like a semi-zoning character who's very, very good at it.
hmm
I mean, I don't see what's not to
I
like.
mean, yeah, you should respect that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, all the bad guys in the game, I think, look pretty damn cool. It's Shinnok especially. I don't know why you wouldn't like him, honestly.
The hat, man. The hat.
The Pope hat.
Like it's the warped Ronald McDonald costume that turns me off. Yeah. He looks like him if you look at him. It's just like an evil version. So yeah, he's okay. Shinnok's not one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. I'd rather have Shang Tsung.
If Shang Tsung gets in Combat Pack 2, will you
I'm
drop?
there. Yep.
Like
100%.
it's- Okay.
That's my character. He's in a lot of the endings, which is kind of frustrating. But yeah, I don't know if you played through, but he makes his appearances at least, so maybe there's some hope.
What did you think playing against DJT's Tremor? Like, what do you think about him?
I really don't know what Tremor does, honestly. That was like the first time I fought that variation of him. So, I mean, he seems good, but again, like, I'm really not qualified to say because he's just so new. I'd say it's hard describing his playstyle. I guess it's like footsies into setup, sort of. I don't really know what it is, honestly. He's definitely not a zoner, as a fool on this podcast knows.
Well, I thought in Aftershock he can zone fairly well with the aerial, because the way to look at the aerial earthshake is almost like an aerial projectile. I mean, that's pretty much what it is, and it hits instantly. The recovery is pretty good. The only thing is that I'm concerned about is if a character like has really good area control, like Katana. And again, I'm not sure why Sonic Fox, wouldn't. I'm not sure why he didn't try Katana on DJT's Tremor. I just don't understand that. But I think any character that eliminates that aerial earthshake, I think he's going to struggle with. Otherwise, he's a good character. But when he has to come to you without that aerial earthshake of being, like usable, spammable, then I think he's going to struggle. I could be wrong, though.
I mean, I could definitely. But then again, he has a 7-frame starter, which is a string too. So I don't know. I don't think he.
It's a high though.
Yeah, but I mean, so is Raiden's thing. You can still use it in footsie sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just
go ahead.
Just going back to EGL, like, I mean, can we? Sonic Fox lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I'm like I said, I was watching it work. I was jumping out of my chair. I couldn't believe it. That was amazing.
That he lost.
Yeah, and it's DJ. I mean, he threw everything at DJT, including the kitchen sink. Like, he used Predator. He used Shinnok. He used Aaron Black. Like, and DJT was like, nope, fuck, not today, motherfucker. Because usually DJT, like, he gets super fucking close. He gets really close, but it just doesn't happen or some shit.
Right.
And so, I mean, he beat Sonic Fox, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, but unfortunately, he's still in the tournament. Like, we've seen Sonic Fox go into losers before, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
But then he faced him again, and he beat him. And I was just like, man, I was ecstatic. I was like, holy shit, Sonic Fox with Predator too. Like, Predator,
the broken ass Predator.
He's broke. And I was like, wow, that's fucking awesome. So, and props to you. You beat him. You beat both the Terry brothers.
Yeah.
Which
Evo runbacks.
Yeah, I mean that's probably 1, 2, 3 is Sonic Fox, DJT, MIT as far as probably best players in the country. I think MIT is the only other one that's even gotten close to beating Sonic Fox. Besides, when Dizzy beat him with pre-patch, or was that pre-patch Raiden? Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I mean, what is that? What's that mean? Is Sonic Fox? I mean, who's the best now? I don't even know. Like, now there's a rivalry. It used to just be DJT and Sonic Fox, but Sonic Fox would normally win. Mm-hmm. Now DJT's got Sonic Fox's scalp twice in one tournament. Is Sonic Fox going to return? Is DJT ascended to a different level now? Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, I'll tell you this. Sonic Fox is training, and he is, believe it or not, because I did talk to him the other day.
Oh.
He's using, he's trying to learn Cassie. And this is not a secret because, you've seen it probably already on Honeybee's stream. So he's trying to use her, I guess, to maybe address. I mean, he's a kid. He can use anybody he wants. He's going to do extremely well anyway.
He's a freak. But, he's definitely.
Yeah. So, he's going to. But it's interesting. I don't know why exactly he's going with her, though. But
he can play anyone he wants. That's the. Yeah. He's ridiculous. I don't know. I can't do it. When I play a character, it takes me a fucking couple, weeks to really be like, I know what to do in most situations. Him, he can. I mean, I kind of felt bad for Katana Prime. Like, Katana Prime's like working his ass off with Katana since day one.
Yeah.
Sonic Fox plays him, and Sonic Fox, he gave Katana Prime credit. He was just like, man, this bitch ain't half bad. So he just picks her up on a whim, just starts fucking winning tournaments with her, and it's just like, I'm just glad he's not using Scorpion. Thank God he doesn't think Scorpion's good. Cause shit, I'd be up a creek.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be making no damn assessment guide if he was using.
That's right, the assessment guide. Yeah.
So I mean, he's a freak of nature, that kid. So
I mean, Katana doesn't even seem like his type of character.
No.
She's not mix-up oriented. Like, but Cassie, I could definitely see that.
But here's the thing: I want to give him credit, all the credit in the world with Katana, because when he plays Kung Lao, whether it's DJT or Slayer or any of the other guys, when I see the match, I'm thinking, is this 16-bit? Like, that's
zones.
Like he's zones.
Katana looks great.
Yeah, his Katana looks amazing. I'm thinking, like, is this 60 minutes playing? Because it's almost hard to believe that it's him, though. Considering just how he usually likes to play, get in your face as 50-50. But he has definitely evolved his game, it's completely different than what he used to play. He can play in almost any other way he can right now.
He just picked up Predator and just immediately was on a level that I thought that someone would be able to get to, like, over time, and he was just he was just there. I was like I saw that, stream with him and Honeybee, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what he's probably designed to do, and not only is he doing what he's designed to do, he's doing like 56% combos and shit. And it's just like, how is he already at this level? That's like another like Predator talking point. It's just like, is Predator broke? Yeah, his damage is definitely broke. But I mean, besides that, is he really broke, or is just Sonic Fox just he makes Katana look broke? So who knows?
Well, I think another player who deserves the same respect is DJT, because he can also play. Probably
he's really good at it too.
Yeah, he can probably play 5 or 6 characters at that level, and it's just
he essentially did the same thing with Tremor.
Yeah. But speaking of Tremor, guys, I have to do something, and you know what it is.
Yes.
Mandatory Tremor joke.
Oh God.
But this one is not from me. This one has been submitted by Cool Whip. So let me ask the question, and you guys try to answer. Here we go. Why does Tremor not look good on paper?
I don't know.
Why?
Because paper beats rock.
Oh my
All right. It made me smile.
You guys like it?
That's good.
It's an improvement.
That's
It's
good.
better than last time.
That's a good one. That's good.
So again, this
Definitely tell it's not you.
Thanks, Slips. So this one is, again, by Cool Whip. He's the one who submitted this joke. Again, guys, if you have more jokes you want to submit on the show, I'll shout your name, I'll tell the joke, and see what the guests, see what the guests and the co-hosts like it. So just keep them coming, please, okay?
The cheesier the better.
Yeah, right?
We need a jingle for the Tremor joke of the week.
Yeah, we really do.
Tremor joke.
Remember the Sector thing?
Oh, yeah.
Tremor.
That was good.
Let's rock.
But come on, let me ask you this question.
DJT's Tremor.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's got some good brutalities, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got...
Yeah, that's
Pretty sick.
That one with the EX ground pulse one, that one is...
Or grabs your legs, or which one?
Yeah, the one where he grabs the legs and
Yeah.
like turns them into stone.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like how it like delays for a minute and then he hits it and then you turn into skeleton.
Dude,
Yeah.
If you want to be my favorite player, any player, when you make a top 8, finish somebody up, get on the damn stage, get on your knees when you do that fatality, and time
Act it out.
time the brutality, exactly like Tremor does. And wouldn't that be hype? What do you guys think?
That'd be pretty
That'd be
awesome.
Practice at home, yeah.
It just
Time
exactly.
it down, yeah. Is Tremor cool? Do you think he's a cool character?
I don't like the idea of him, but
He's
I
pretty
think he's pretty cool in this game.
I don't know, man.
Given
I'm
what they got.
on him.
I like he sounds like a fucking metal singer.
His voice is cool.
Like,
He's like Doomsday.
Yeah. I like him.
But
He's
dude,
cool.
he's from Special Forces.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Did
that
he,
taint
did he look
him?
like that in that game? I don't even remember.
No, he was just a palette
A
swap.
person. Yeah. Okay.
Why is he Special Forces?
No, he's Black Dragon, isn't he?
No, he's
Yeah, he was a villain in that game.
yeah, he's with Kano and Serena and the other guys.
Jarek.
Yeah, Jared.
Jared. Oh
Yeah.
God, Jared.
Never, Sonya. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's pretty cool. I don't know, like, I think he looks.
I think you actually like him, Dave.
Yeah,
You
you
were
were
yeah.
hype. Remember the biography that you read?
Yeah, exactly. No, I still like the
Projectiles,
character.
or-
Like, I still like the character. I don't think he fits my style like as well as probably like Shinnok or Quan Chi do, but I still use him as a secondary. Of course, I get my ass kicked and I get salty, but the important thing is, I do like the character, and I'll still keep using him, just in case of buffs happen, which I hope they do.
Dave.
No other character. No other character have you been so disappointed that they're not his owner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how
Like-
sad were you when you went into training mode?
Like you clearly have some sort of emotional bond with Tremor. Like
Yeah.
you're really hurt that he's
Love-
not his owner, and you are doing everything you possibly can to prove that he can't zone at all.
No, dude, I've been.
Why don't you
fair.
just admit that you like him?
You love him, yeah.
Like
do love
you
him.
actually like a character. This whole
I do.
stigma that you have no emotional attachment to characters, you only like pure zoners. It's the only thing you like.
No, I admit it. Okay, I'll be honest, and I have been practicing that, that kneeling down thing. Okay,
Oh my god.
so
The
I
Master
live
D in
on
the
my
room.
own. No, when I'm on my own, I've done it. I've done it to people I've beaten online. So, I mean, come on. I admit it. Okay, so there you go. But with that said, I do.
Does that mean you're gonna learn footsies?
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm gonna learn.
Really?
Cowboy, are you gonna teach me? How much you charging an hour, man?
I'll try. I mean, I should ask PL. How much does he charge? Got to stay competitive.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. I do think he can zone an aftershock. Again, I'll say this. I could be wrong again, but I think when he can force the other character to come into him with the aerial earthshake, I think he does extremely well. But when he can't, I think those are the matchups that he will struggle against. Like maybe Kitana, because she can, maybe
Well-
A-list Johnny Cage, because he can keep them coming, and I think he has better footsies. Possibly in Quan Chi, Shinnok, like who have very good area control. They can stop him from spamming the aerial shake, because I think that's one of his most important moves in footsies and for zoning.
I don't know, man. Like even with Shinnok, I do have a way, but like I've got to commit to something to stop that. I have to either jump at him or be in the range of Hell Sparks. So
Yeah, but
I was doing that against Denzel, but it's hard. So
But
if
he
he
can't-
has me doing that, then he just goes
you
in.
can't punish Hellspark, not even the regular ones. I don't.
No,
think.
I know that.
And that's
but-
how huge that is. I mean, that's
Right.
huge.
No, I'm just
So,
saying, like in terms of getting in, like I think even if they have options against that, Tremor can still fight the match. Like
No,
it's fine.
he can fight it, but I do think he loses. Whereas with Quan Chi, I feel like every character has to approach me, no matter who.
So is Quan just your main now? That's basically all.
Yeah,
he
I've
does?
leveled up a lot, man. I've been
Okay.
really watching.
Were you
Michael-
sad when I beat Michael? Your Quan
No,
master?
I've been rooting for you. No, I've been because here's the thing. Like, if you lose to Quan Chi, I know the first thing you're gonna say. Dave sucks. Worst partner ever.
Yeah.
He's garbage. He's trash. I know you're gonna go, there. So I'm like, dude, I hope this guy please win, please win, please. Win.
Whoa, I wouldn't
God,
do
you did.
that.
Yes, you would.
No, not to you.
I can only see it right 5 minutes after you lose. Dave, you son of a bitch. Go drink some bleach.
Yeah, drink some bleach. Drink bleach and die. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Mentioned PL. That's another one who couldn't. I mean, is this PL? Does he need top tier to win? We didn't mention him before. He's probably a good candidate.
Well, but here's the thing though. Kung Lao is top tier. In fact, you've got Denzel winning, who's won tournaments with him. Like, what?
Where the
what
hell?
can he really
what
say?
happened? Where is he? What
I
happened?
don't know. I don't know.
What's his problem in this
Kung
game?
Lao is clearly good, so I'm not sure what the problem is. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe his Kung Lao's best variation doesn't really fit Carl because he's defensive. I'm not sure.
I think. But what makes Carl is speed. Carl plays 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'd say he plays faster than even Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
he's faster than Sonic Fox. I just think Sonic Fox just has better overall like understanding of the game, and that's what elevates him over PL. But PL I think can beat anyone, including Sonic Fox, if he has that character that plays super fast, super mobility. And
Yeah.
he had that in MK9. Like, I mean, obviously, 2011 he fucking mopped everyone up with Kung Lao, and then even when he got nerfed, he still mopped everyone up because he can still just go anywhere he wants at any time, and no matter what, you're constantly playing PL's game. You're never ever gonna get to play your game. It's stupid. And for some reason, Kung Lao is not like that anymore. Like it's pretty much his teleport. His teleport just ain't as good as it used to be. It was fucking batshit.
Yeah, and
crazy.
the dive kick
He's
has
pretty
recovery
mobile,
now too.
though. I mean, he's one of the most mobile in the game.
He's good. Is he the most? Maybe
I
Tanya.
don't know.
Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya, I'd say would take that
Tanya
spot.
might be the most
He's
mobile,
up there.
but he'll never play Tanya because it's a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
you might,
well,
you might
honestly,
be in
like,
trouble. Yeah.
there's really no character in this game because I always complain and will for the rest of my life about anti-zoning characters. But the thing is, there's really no there's no Martian. I feel like there's no Martian man. There's like no smoke. There's no character that literally said no. You will never project on me ever. Like everybody's gonna be able to deal with run, backdash. Some people have better ones, but for the most part, they all cost meter, etc. But there's really nobody like maybe Scorpion. But then again, you block one teleport, and he's eating
You
40.
can bait him out. Yeah.
Yeah, you can bait him out. In fact, I'll tell you who the best teleport. Which character has the best teleport in the game? And honestly, it's Imposter Shinnok. That's the most difficult character that I found to zone in this game because that teleport is hard to see coming. It's hard to react to, and even if it's not like Scorpion. He's not a -40 when you block it. He's actually could be an advantage. So I think that character is very, very difficult to zone, and probably that's the character I feel like I don't want to play against. Everybody else,
Really?
is like, yeah. Honestly, I don't mind fighting Bone Shaper Shinnok with Quan
Of course you don't. You zone them out.
Exactly. So I think maybe that's an option for Carl. Or, I mean, we've had great players like Great players like 60. I mean, he adjusted. I don't know why Carl can't do the same thing. I mean, he's got Kung Lao. Yeah, he has to play a bit more defensive, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Carl's good just in general. Like he's still better than like 90% of the community.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe even 95%. And he's not even at his max potential as far as playing his style that he likes.
Well, I think
But,
another
yeah,
problem
I
is
think he definitely needs his for Carl to be maxed out, he needs that speed and mobility, and I don't know.
I don't really. Who is he playing? Like, how is he training this game?
That's true too. Like it's
Online.
I don't
I don't
why
even
does
know who he
go to
plays
Yomi?
online. Does he
Like
just
I don't
play
know why he
randoms?
doesn't go to Yomi too. Like
Yeah.
what the hell is he doing?
Well, trust me, man. I've invited him to my place. Playing to Win has done it. Master T. We've called him a million times. Come play with us. You can train with us. We'll give you experience. You're gonna do better in tournaments. Never shows up ever. In fact, we may finally get our scene back up venue where we have a venue and we're still working on that. And no word from him. I don't know whether he dislikes the game, and just doesn't want to play it. Period. But he can. I've invited him many times to even sleep over if he wants to, because I want to play good players. Like who doesn't want to play Kung Lao, right? A good player, like everybody does. But I've seen, I haven't received a reply yet, so I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Yeah, he's making a mistake.
You can't. Since Evo, he's been off. Been completely off the radar. I have no idea. And like he sent me a message like a week before Evo, like, "Hey, come up to Ohio and train with me. I don't have any comp." And it's just like, what? Like, what? Like I'm supposed to drive up to Ohio for you? Like, like a few days notice? Like, but it's like he's only playing online. And the online sucks. You ain't gonna get good playing online. So I don't know. Maybe he got away with it doing it in MK9. Like it's funny. Like MK9 online, he could play Kung Lao, and it was pretty similar because I mean you you can't react to that shit. You can barely react to that shit offline.
Yeah.
And then online, it really didn't change much for him. So I think he's still trying to do the online thing, but it's just not the same. Like it's just different.
But here's the thing. Even MK9, he used to show up to console combat, not regularly, but he was there. Before a major to practice. But now,
You need to. I
word of
try.
it.
Yeah, I tried playing online in this game, and when I play online, I put myself in shitty habits, like because I know people can't react. Like I start doing jump 3 and just throwing it out, and then
You do that offline. Stop. That move is untouchable.
it puts me in
This is a good
terrible.
jump
It
in.
puts me in terrible habits, and it makes you think people can't react to something when in offline they actually can, and like you just can't do that in this game. Like so, I don't know. He might be SOL. As far as
Nah.
reclaiming his his old glory. I mean, he's still good.
You can do it. I mean, I've been playing online for years. It's basically
you
my
train
only
online.
resource.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You started
not-
as an online warrior.
Yeah, I was exclusively online. I mean, it's not impossible. It's definitely doable.
You play offline though too.
A little bit. I mean, my training partner lives three hours away.
How often do you play offline?
Not that often. I mean, it's tournaments and then like maybe once a month at most. Like, it's not
that.
often. Yeah.
Pretty
But-
good.
But Slips, even a guy like Son of Fox, I mean, who does he
Yeah,
play offline?
he plays online
Well,
a lot.
He's got like a brother he plays with offline all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
But he plays
But here's the
online
thing,
a lot,
I see
too.
him online a lot, and I know, I've seen him up to like 6 a.m. in the morning playing on. I mean, and you just have to be able to adjust. I mean, I understand, the lag is unbearable sometimes, but if you want the experience against, I don't know, Takeda, and I mean, unless you, I don't know,
Unless he
I know
lives
Slips-
where Slips
yeah.
lives, yeah.
unless you live where Slips and you play Raptor, there's no Takeda out there. Like, who the hell are you going to play? Like, you have to at least play something so you can acknowledge at least what's going on, and then you can go into practice mode. Then you at least know what am I testing here? What am I looking for? What are the strengths? How do I anti-air him? Like, what are the mix-ups? So you at least know what to expect compared to not knowing anything. I mean, you have to take that chance and play online, in my opinion.
I can't even get past the fucking loading screen. Thanks, NRS.
Wait, is that an Xbox only issue?
That's
though?
an Xbox only issue. Only certain people have it, but it sucks.
What's going on?
I've went over there's a big thread on it, but basically you just have to sit there for 5 to 20 minutes while it loads up after every match. So in like an hour span, I'm lucky if I get 2 or 3 matches in.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking terrible.
How
That's
does
why I'm getting a PS4 though.
How does that make you feel?
Abysmal.
Ah,
I like that. Funny.
Cowboy, do you get that on Xbox? Do you get the loading screen?
Cowboy, you there?
All right, fuck you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it muted.
Damn.
Oh,
No.
don't
I
get it?
don't really get it. I will say though, the online on Xbox is worse, which I don't understand.
Like, do you have
Yeah.
problems with your DLC and stuff, like disappearing?
I don't own DLC on Xbox, so I can't say. I don't know
Oh.
PlayStation. Yeah.
I think it does have something to do with the DLC, because it started when I got Tanya. So
Really?
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, she's too broke, I guess.
She broke the game. literally.
Yeah.
Wound, who's your top 5?
Top 5. Okay, well, you gotta have. I say you have to have no order, no particular order. You gotta have Lau in there. You gotta have Devora. Gotta have Cassie. Then you gotta have, I'd say Raiden. And then the 5th spot would be a toss-up. I'd say some possible candidates are Shinnok, the Predator, and Quan Chi.
Huh,
So I think
interesting.
there's a good chance Shinnok's top 5.
So
Yeah.
Raiden top 5.
Yeah. I think Dizzy is a really good player, but I think Raiden's a character that like Sonic Fox should be playing. That is really similar to Batman.
Yeah, you have 2 characters in there that haven't. I mean, outside of when Aaron won or Dizzy won before the pre-patch Raiden, like
Right.
Cassie and Raiden, why aren't they doing better?
Well, I think for one, Cassie, although she is kind of brain dead. This game, the more aggressive characters like that, especially characters that don't have great full screen things, it takes a little bit longer to get good with them, I think. And it's just kind of a natural thing. So I don't know. Maybe the right person hasn't really found Cassie yet. I actually think that Dizzy has a good chance to do that with her if he sticks with her.
Yeah, I think Cassie's a character where it's like Flash. Like if you got to play everyone else's game before you can even get in, and then once you finally do, then yeah, it's a nightmare.
Right.
And then and especially if she gets you in the corner, it's an absolute nightmare. It should be interesting to see what Sonic Fox does with her. That'll be really interesting. Raiden, I've watched Aaron play. I've absolutely no idea what he's doing sometimes. Raiden's a 50-50 character. He'll hit people with like down 1 or down 3 or down 3, I think, or down 1. And that's 50-50 town. Like, that's where it's at. And he never, ever does it. The most he seems to do is maybe the back 3, too. But he almost always either throw or forward 1-2. And it's just like, what is that doing? Like, what is that covering?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand that logic of doing that move there. And that forward 1-2 is not the answer there. It's 50-50 town. Like, it seems like he's trying to play like pressure Raiden, but that pressure is gone. Like, it doesn't do as much chip. It's not building you as much meter. Like, they took that design aspect away. This is a 50-50 character, and he's not doing that. And I think he's playing outside of the design of Raiden. Like, he's trying to play Raiden the way he wants it, and it's just not the most optimal way of playing it. Like, he only does 50-50 in the vortex, only does 50-50 in the corner, it feels like.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's what's the problem that's going on.
Well, I think he wants to play... he wants to play an honest pressure game and keep it safe. I think that's how he wants to play. But
well, I mean, you saw him playing Saltface. Like, Saltface was playing, like, it was close. Every time he hit Saltface with down 3 or down 1, forward 1-2, and then even Saltface was like, I don't know why the hell he's doing that, and he would get hit by these low pokes, and he just starts mashing down 3, and he's at a huge disadvantage, and it's just like, yeah, you're always doing a high attack. Like, I don't know why.
Well, that's what I mean. He's probably used to the like MK9.
And I know he knows this because when I played him, I was like, what the fuck do I do about fucking Raiden? He's just like, down 3, bro. Like, down 3 sets up your 50-50. And so I know he knows this. Maybe his muscle memory isn't there to ever do the overhead after that. But, like, I don't know. And then I'm not sure with Digit. I'm not sure what's going on there either. But
yeah, you think it'd be a fit because Digit is kind of like a crazy player. But, yeah.
I don't know. I think Raiden is batshit crazy. Like, he's fucking stupid. So I'm not exactly, and I know good players are playing with him, so I'm not sure what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll...
He's Quan Chi, but with wake-ups.
Yeah.
Maybe not he doesn't have the zoning, but, I mean, everything else is there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he does take some risks, but the reward is pretty damn high. So, like I said, that's why I think someone like Fox would do well with him.
Yeah. I mean, because you do probably have to throw out the EX Superman sometimes, especially if it's projectiles and even some pokes and hope it hits and then take them to the corner and kill them. But again, I'm not sure. I don't think that's a strategy that Dizzy would endorse. That's not something that he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, Saltface was throwing sides left and right, and he wasn't arming through them.
Yeah, I think he wants to play footsies. He wants to make you feel helpless with with something like Cassie's back 1, or maybe even something like even Cage forward 3 in this game. So I think that's how he really wants to play, and I think he should switch if that character doesn't fit him. Pick somebody else. I mean, there are plenty of other choices that he may have much more success with.
I think we're all products of our first love. Like, I came from Tekken. I'm all about getting people, like, momentum, get people on the ground, fuck them up, like 50-50s, like that's my thing. Like when I love anti-zoning characters because fucking fireballs and shit. Like I said, I came from Tekken. I don't know what the fuck any of that shit is. So, and I don't like dealing with it.
So you're an
So
anti-zoning zealot. Good to know.
Pretty much.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see
exactly. And I think Dizzy, like, he was Johnny Cage. He was easily the best Johnny Cage.
Mhm.
And I think one of his main strategies was just get in footsie range, throw out down 3. If they jump, just jab them. And if they come in, if they somehow get in through down 3, well, who cares? Like, he wants them to be in because then he can start it. Like, Dizzy was, everyone agrees Dizzy was the best at counter poking at MK9. He had it down to an R. So he didn't even care, like, if you went in on him. That's what he wanted, because then he could counter poke, he could start his shit. And you can see he's trying, like, he does that with Raiden. Like, he just kind of sits in your face, and he just kind of sits there, and he tries to anti-air, and it's just like, man, just fucking go in and just fucking do a 50, like, run up 50-50, just do it. Like, you have them still, like, they don't know what to do, and it's definitely, you can definitely feel, like, a little bit of awkwardness. Like, he's playing Raiden like MK9 Johnny Cage, it feels like.
Yeah, but he does that shit in the corner. Like,
And when he definitely plays Raiden
yeah.
when he's in the corner, but the mid-screen game is definitely not Raiden. It looks like he's playing like MK9 Johnny Cage, and I don't think that's what Raiden does.
Well, Raiden doesn't. I mean, he has good footies, but they're not as strong as like Shinnok's or Cassie's or Devora's. Like, that's definitely, if you look at like the top tier characters, that could be a weakness for him. Because it's difficult to play footsies against those characters. Because A, they either just outrange you, B, they get better reward at mid-range, so it's kind of hard. So I can kind of see.
His footsies aren't the best, but they're good enough to where you make one mistake, you're getting sent to the corner, and that could be good games.
True, that's true.
I mean,
again,
just throw out back 3-2, like, what the fuck can you do about back 3-2 besides jump at him, which is and he has the best anti-air in that game with forward 1. Like, you can't armor back 3-2 because it hits 1,000 times. You can't whiff punish it because it goes half fucking screen. Like, the only thing you can do is hope that you interrupt between back 3-2, which then you're just kind of running in blind. I don't know. I don't get it. I fucking hate Raiden. after playing, like, when I went and played Dizzy, like, it was rough, man. It was rough. Like, I always heard just down 4, and then he'd throw out back 3-2, and that 2 would just gobble everything up, and I was like, fuck this. I don't know.
Let me ask everybody, what are some underrated characters? Because you see a lot of them in the forums, like, this character is bad, needs buffs. This character needs to do 30% of chip damage in a block swing. That's what I've recently read on Johnny Cage. So, like, for me, I would definitely say, like, A-list Johnny Cage is one of the most underrated characters in the game. He has very good pressure, very good footsies, surprisingly very good fireballs. Why, I don't know. The full screen armor move for anti-zoning. The has a launching armor with an up punch, which is like -12, I think, -11. So it's punishable, but it's still pretty safe. So I don't see like what exactly he relaxed. Like, I'm trying to see, and like when Mike was here, like, he used him, he did very well. Master D, he uses him, he does very well. Like, he seems like he could be a potential high mid, possibly top 10 character. What do you guys think? Or is there any other characters you would add, to the underrated list?
Yeah, I think Cage is really good. I'd say the reason most people don't play him or that he's kind of downplayed is because, I mean, he's a low risk, low reward character. His mix-ups is down 4 with the back 2, the overhead. So, I mean, it's less obviously. I'd say he's not broken. So, and then when a game is newish, I'd say the more obviously like top tier characters are popular, and that's kind of why Cage is falling by the wayside. I think that he's good, but it might take a little while before you get someone really dedicated to him. But yeah, I'd agree that he's underrated.
Anybody else, you think?
I don't. Besides Goro, I mean, what character really sucks? I don't even know. Like, everyone seems at least decent.
People say Ferritor.
I don't know shit about
I don't buy that Ferritor is good. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think
maybe
they're great.
Ferritor. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know shit about Ferritor, but
Their normals are so slow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we all saw Reptile ain't that bad. I don't even. I'm looking at the characters now. Like,
Jason,
I mean, Rio did decent. I mean, I know he
not
didn't.
nice, but it is.
Yeah, Jason has some problems, but I don't
What
say
was
he's
up with
trash.
that? I mean, I don't know, but it's they all seem fine. I mean, we don't know if we've seen Dab play Jackie, and she doesn't look bad. She doesn't
Yeah,
look
I think she's
bad.
good.
I even think Codal isn't that bad. Like, he's not great, but he's not bad.
Sonya seems underrated.
Sonya's really good.
Yeah, her mix-up seems really good.
I don't understand Codal players. I don't
What do you mean?
like. I'm trying to like put it into words, like what I think people should do with him. Like, when he's got a bar meter, who beats him in footsies? Does anyone beat him in footsies? You don't get to do shit. You can't jump. You can't do anything like that. And that thing is an overhead. You can't do shit about that move. Like, I don't know why people are doing strings into that move. Like, why? I don't know why. When you don't have meter, then yeah, you gotta throw, you gotta do those unsafe, like, 50-50s and shit. But when you got a bar meter, like, why would you try and go in and set up a string into that thing? Like, just do it straight up.
What are you talking about? The overhead launching armor,
The
right?
overhead launcher.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, that thing's 32%. Like, you have to respect that. You can't eat 32% every time he's got a bar. Like, you're gonna fucking die. And he can build bar, like, just whiffing air grabs. He can, put the sunbeam on him to gain line. Like, he can just out turtle people until he gets a bar. And then he's got a low. So it's like, it's pretty much, he's got a bar meter. He's gonna run in. You can't do shit about this move. It's gonna do 32%. You gotta fucking stand there. And then he just runs up and does forward 3-2 or forward 3-4. And then that's like 30-something% too. I don't know why people just don't do that. Like, everyone's doing these strings that are like fuzzyable and all this shit. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, people say like he has issues with like zoning and stuff. It's kind of hard to get in sometimes, like on the top tier characters.
Isn't his
Because-
jump one like out of control or
I
something?
know, yeah, that move is ridiculous. I mean, Kawa, what do you think? Because I know, I mean, have you
Kotal?
seen? Yeah, I mean, I know you talked to Peanut, and I know you've
Right.
seen Alucard play. Like, what do you think about the character?
Yeah, I think Cold's probably on the lower end of the cast, but he's decent. I think the problem, like, I kind of see what you're saying, but I mean it's kind of risky because, like, sure, you get 32% if you throw that out, but then other characters, if they block that, if Raiden blocks that, Kotal is dead. Like, he's getting put in the corner into a vortex.
I mean,
And
you
as opposed
have,
to he
you
gets
have the
32%
low.
if
The
it
low,
hits.
if you don't want to risk it, then just do the low. The low is safe.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
You
that.
have an unpunishable You have one option that's punishable that beats everything, and then you
Right.
have an unpunishable option that doesn't beat everything. Obviously, you can just avoid it or poke him or something. But
It's true.
I look at him like Paul Phoenix from Tekken. It's just like derp, he's just either gonna death fist you or falling leaf, and yeah, both of them are punishable. But it's straightforward. It's easy to do. Why not just do that? I mean, that bar meter yields you the best amount of damage. That guessing game of meter burn overhead mixed with just 4-3-4, that is your best risk reward guessing game. So I don't know. I don't know why people. I mean, you see it sometimes, but I don't know
Yeah,
why. It's
how
not a
fast is that overhead? It's like the sword move, right?
And it's 2 hits, like, so it'll beat some armor moves too.
Well, I kind of see what Cowboy's saying, because keep in mind, like, the top tier, you
No,
can't.
no, I'm not saying like he's fucking mid. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
he's
no,
like
I
top
understand,
tier.
but
I'm just
like, I
saying
think
like
the
everyone's
risk-
like oh, Cody's so bad.
Yeah,
He's not
But-
bad.
I mean, like, the top tier, like, if they catch you with something unsafe, like Raiden, now you're stuck in a corner. Quan Chi, you can
You may
literally
die.
lose. Yeah, you can literally die from that one guess. Shinnok, you may never get in again with that character. Like, you're gonna have to block, have to.
I don't
boot
see
your
why you
crouch
would go in though.
against
Well,
Shinnok. How is
No,
he
I
gonna
mean,
go?
if you're Codal why not just stay back and just whiff air grabs till you get your meter, and then you can do your shit. It's like Doomsday. Like, fuck it, just don't play the game.
Does
until
that
you got
work
your
though,
meter.
Cowboy? Does that work against Shinnok? Can you build me?
I suppose I suppose it could, but I mean, against Shinnok, you're risking eating projectiles and health sparks if you do that. Or even the scoop if you're getting really predictable with it. But
I mean, you could just duck the fireball and then just whiff an air grab. Duck fireball, whiff air grab.
right.
Yeah, I know.
And if they run in, then I mean they're that much closer for Kotal. Like if they run in, it's jump one time for him. I don't. It's
Yeah, maybe. I haven't really seen anyone apply that strategy, so I'd have to see it.
And what's wrong with that air grab? Is it really that bad? It's pretty good anti-air.
From what I'm told, I don't know because I don't play him, but it's an inconsistent hitbox.
Man, I mean, he can fucking air grab Scorpion's jump 3, so I don't know if I buy all that shit. That's fucking over.
Wait, what Kotal did you play?
I mean, I just tested it. I was looking at him. I was like, I wonder how bad. I was just looking at Kotal, and I was like, how good is this air grab? And I was like, fuck. If it fucking beats Scorpion's jump 3, I don't see what the big deal is. And then if he's got a meter, that's fucking 30% anti-air. I don't know. It seems like when he's got a bar meter, he can compete. But yeah, I agree. When he's fighting people that punish into vortexes, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But he definitely. That's the only. And to be fair, that is the only variation that seems viable. I don't even know what the fuck you're supposed to do with those other two. So yeah, I see it. I mean, even his best variation is like high risk, high reward. So I get, he needs buffs. Sorry.
Well,
I was
full circle.
I was going through. Yeah,
we'll just edit all that out.
Yeah.
Well, let me do the hero of the week. So we have the fool of the week. Now we're gonna do the hero of the week.
Give some props.
Yeah, to give some props to keep it positive, which is gonna go to Eric Z19 for his Injustice God Among Us tribute. So tribute to the best players of Injustice. And I want to ask everybody, hope you've seen the video, which God Among Us, quote unquote, looks the best one to you? I'll tell you mine. Yeah. I'll tell you mine right away. It has to be 16-bit. Love that.
That
one was sticking out of the Catwoman costume.
The hair.
So that's my favorite. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I like Revolver. Revolver is so good. Like the dumb face on it. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'd say Revolver and White Boy. White Boy is perfect because it kind of looks like him, but it also looks like Doomsday.
Doomsday with glasses.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's hysterical. I like Filipino Man.
The Wonder Woman. Yeah.
I don't understand why some people have like the superhero body and it's just their face plastered on there. But then for some reason, 16-bit and Filipino Man, he just gave them their juggly bodies.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's their defining characteristic. I guess.
It's their gimmick.
It's like, boy, and poor Catwoman, she really fell off the deep end there.
Yeah.
I like the chest hairs on Catwoman.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I mean,
Slips, what did you think of being immortalized as a Scorpion?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It was worth it, I
Are you
guess.
happy you got Scorpion instead of Deathstroke, or would you rather have Deathstroke?
Nah, Scorpion's my boy. It's fine.
Okay.
You look sleepy in that, though.
I do. I look like I'm drunk.
Or turnt, like
I look
sometimes
turnt.
happens, right?
Drunk Scorpion. You just got nerfed.
Who had Deathstroke, by the way? I forgot. I'm forgetting.
Hippo.
King Hippo.
Okay.
Your buddy, King Hippo.
Of course. Old gunshots, man. They live forever in me.
They haunt your dreams.
Yeah, that's what I have nightmares about.
All right, let's break it up a little bit. Let's do something fun here.
Okay.
I gotta
go, Slips.
K7. When was the first time you saw tits?
Like on TV, or are we talking like
the first time your existence saw tits? Like, do you remember? I remember.
The one that stands out to me is my brother had a girlfriend, and she was laying on the floor, and my brother just pulled up her shirt right in front of me, and I saw everything, and I was like, whoa. I was like 9.
What?
Yeah.
She was asleep?
No, she was awake. She was just kind of laying there.
She didn't care?
Oh, she was pissed.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was like slapping him and shit, but he thought it was hilarious, and he like high-fived me.
Had he seen him before?
Oh yeah, he was like a teenager.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty awesome. I got the view, man. I saw it all.
That's pretty good.
It was good. How about you?
First time I saw tits was fucking Playboy, man.
No, we're talking real life.
Whoa, real life?
Yeah, I want like that doesn't count. Magazines don't count.
Okay, this is actually even more fucking fucked up. Like, the first time I saw tits real life, I was doing swimming lessons. I was a kid. And my swimming instructor, like, fucked up. Like, she lost track of me. I almost fucking died. I almost drowned. And my mom was so mad, she just grabbed me out of the pool. And she took me back into the locker room to, like, just change to normal clothes. Well, I don't know if we were in the, I don't know what the hell, I don't know if we were in the girls' fucking area or what, but eventually the teaching instructor came in, and she was like, oh, like, she didn't even realize I was fucking gone. That's how fucking stupid she was. And then she just fucking took her top off right in front of me.
Whoa.
And I was just like, holy shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, they weren't great looking tits. I was just like, okay, there's some tits.
How old were you?
I mean, it was swimming lessons, I guess.
Like grade school?
Grade school, for sure, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, but the first time I looked at tits and marveled was Playboy.
Which, do you remember, like, which model it was?
No, I
Just
don't.
some random model.
But, man, when I saw them, I was like, oh my god. Those are the greatest things I've ever seen. The first... man. And the first Playboy I ever got was Sable.
I remember that, yeah.
Oh man, that was fucking amazing. I was in high school. I was short. Like, I couldn't fucking go to the gas station and it not be obvious that I'm underage. So I had like a buddy of mine do it. We were just like, oh my god, it's fucking Sable's tits. Holy shit.
That was a big
Wait, are you
deal.
talking about
That was a huge deal.
Like the wrestler.
the wrestler?
WW
Right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrestler.
That shit was great.
I had a similar experience with, like, the Barbed Wire movie with Pam Anderson. Do you remember the opening scene to that? Dude, I
Wait,
was like,
did you see your tits in that?
in the very beginning, you do. Like,
What?
she's on the swing in the water. Yeah. Watch that
Oh,
movie.
go
wow,
watch
I
that,
didn't
yeah.
even do that. Is that the only time you get to see him, or what?
In that movie, yeah.
Wow, that sucks. What a fucking tease. Are you
Dude,
so you see
so
her
worth-
tits right away and you never
Yeah,
see them
yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cruel.
It's so
I'm glad
good.
I mean, I'm still gonna see it, but man, I'm gonna see it now. I didn't know that
tonight,
you actually
right?
got to see your tits.
right after the
Netflix.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, no shit. What about you, Wound?
Well, which context are we talking here?
First time you saw tits?
For real or in a, like
Real
movie?
life. Let's do K7, real life.
I guess it's probably, yeah, I've never had anyone randomly get their shirt lifted up, so I guess when I was around 18.
Like a
Yeah?
girlfriend?
Yeah.
How
I mean,
was
that-
it? Were you like, oh my god?
Yeah, it was, it was weird, but also good, yeah.
That was weird.
It was weird.
Well, not weird, but, you know,
We're
it
like,
was a
ooh,
good time.
boobies.
Yeah.
The first time I was looking at it, I was like, dude, now I finally have a lot of options with him.
Yeah, no, it was good. But yeah, for real life, that's the first time.
God,
But
I
of
wish I
course,
was
seen movies.
rich. I wish I was like rapper rich. I would have a fucking chick next to me, and she would have like the greatest tits, and at all times, just whenever I felt like sucking on some tits, I just
What? Have you been sucking on some hash or what? This is
I'm
so
just
intense.
God, it'd be so nice just to have
Just
suck
at your
some
beck and
every-
call, just like
Yeah, God, it'd be
snap
great.
your fingers and there it is.
I'd have a rough set. Be like, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna suck on some tits.
Like you're playing Red Raptor, he gets you salty, you're just like tits.
Yeah.
Would you have like multiple variations, like I don't know, like an Asian tits, like an American tits?
He needs options, yeah.
Yeah, need options.
Man, like the best tits are like the big ones that are like perky, like and there's no gap in between, like they're round, like a basketball.
Like no moles on them.
I love fake tits. They're great.
Yeah, they're fine.
I like get the nipples on the upper upper hemisphere. Oh fuck. Nipples on the upper hemisphere. I'm like orchid, like not as extreme, not as extreme as orchid, but like
Dude, orchid is hot.
tastefully.
Have you ever been with like a chick that has fake tits?
Oh, fuck yeah, they're the best. They're the best.
Did she tell you they were fake?
Look
Or...
so good. It doesn't. No, I mean they were clearly fake, but
Oh,
it's
you
like
could just tell.
they just look so fucking good, man. God, it's just like you're like fucking, and it's like God, look at those fucking beautiful globes. They're so man, this is great. They're just, I mean, they're just so big and shit. It's just fuck. I'd rather have big fake tits than like real like tits that are like parting or
Parting.
I mean,
Yeah.
What do you think of like small, like perky, like A cups?
small perky's like second best.
I like it. Yeah.
Small, that's second tier, yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. Dave.
I was 13,
Mm-hmm.
and it was an older guy. Like, it was my friend asking another girl to take her top off,
Mm-hmm.
and she did it. I'm like,
And you just watched.
I'm like, just like those guys in South Park, nice. Remember that episode, like where that little kid has as affairs with the teacher, like all the guys are like, nice. That's what I was like, wow. And she was very good looking. I'm like, in a couple of years, I'm gonna, I know what I'm gonna do. I'll have all the options, as Carl was probably thinking. But that's my story.
Okay.
God bless like women like that just there's a little kid here.
Yeah, they share
Oh,
yeah.
I was
Thank
13.
you. Thank you.
Hey, hold on. Remember,
If there's any like chicks out there, like go up to a little kid and show them your tits. You'll make it fine.
You will, yeah.
If
you
you
will
want to
create
be
a memory.
remembered,
Yeah.
show a little kid your tits.
I fully support that.
Well,
Yeah.
remember that this was obviously overseas. This is in Europe, and in Europe, stuff is the laws are a little bit different. Like in here, like let's say you're a kid here, you buy cigarettes. That would be otherworldly. You would get sued. Everybody would lose their minds. In Europe, if you want to buy cigarettes and you're 10-year-olds, nobody cares. Like it's that kind of. I'm serious. If you want to go and buy beer and you're 15, nobody cares. They may ask you like, "What are you going to use this for?" It's for my dad, and they'll give it to you. So it's kind of like a different atmosphere in a lot of the countries, not all of them. So like the perception for like nudity, sex, and like some of the other like drugs, it's not necessarily drugs. It's looked at very differently, and like on cable, like there's no nudity, and I mean you go watch any European channel after 12, man, like you would be shocked. But that's the way it is there. Like that's the way they're a lot more open to that kind of stuff. So
Must be nice.
so it's like Flip's dream. So you can
Yeah. Sips needs to go to your country, Dave.
Dude, European women are hot.
Unless
Thanks
they don't
for that
shave.
blanketly broad statement.
So, what do you guys think of
Yeah.
that, Slips?
What?
Should women? Okay, here's the question: should women shave? Like, if you were with a
Oh
chick,
yeah.
and you
Come
find out, like, say she has hairy armpits,
Modern
does
time.
that kill you?
Oh, armpits? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nasty. That's
Oh yeah, that's a no. What was remember Paula Cole or whatever that where have all the cowboys gone in the 90s, and like everyone thought she was hot and she could sing, and then that music video came out and she had fucking
yeah.
pit hair. Everyone was like,
That's
what fuck
Terrible.
that. Her career was over. No one was tolerating that shit.
Yeah,
Get them.
that's
Nope. Absolutely not.
like legs, leg hair, underarm hair. That has to go.
All of it's gone.
I agree.
All of it. Even your bush.
Whoa.
Mm,
Is that a necessity?
that's not necessary.
I mean,
You
I
mean like
don't mind a
totally
little bit
gone,
like
or-
on the top. Like,
Yeah,
I want to
like-
do a little thing up there. That's fine.
trim it up.
But if it's like all around the entryway, like I don't want vines to the pearly gates.
Oh my god.
It's I'll tell you, like I got with like an ex or something, and she was just like, oh, I haven't had sex in so long, blah 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 blah. And I was like, all right, sure, I'll help you out. And so I'm like going to town. Well, she didn't shave at all.
Hmm.
You know, I was like, whatever, I'll just fucking plow. I'm going in, and like the more I'm doing it, it's like this is gonna sound extremely.
Just say it. Just say it.
It's gonna sound so bad. She was black,
Oh, God.
so I mean, it was a little more coarse down there. And so she didn't shave at all. My dick is getting torn up, dude. Like I'm going to town, and it's like the more I start destroying, the more it starts hurting. So I mean, I eventually like get done, but then like she wants to keep going. I'm just like, dude, like my dick hurts. Like it's red. Like you gotta shave. This shit hurts. Like,
Did you tell her that?
yeah, I did. I'm
What'd
like,
she say?
I was like, I'm sorry, but like I'm in pain right now. Like
This was like, please
I
normalize this.
I told her, I was like, if I wanted to jerk off right now, I can't. 'Cause this shit hurts.
Slips, did you use the word normalize anywhere at any time?
You gotta normalize your pubic hair, yeah.
That's the intro.
Oh my god, that's pretty funny.
So I'm all for shaving.
What was her response?
She was like, she just like, oh, okay.
She wasn't like highly offended.
It's fucked up because she gave me this whole spiel that she hadn't had sex since me, and it would been like years. Like it was like 2 or 3. It was years. And she was like, I've been celibate. Like she was a Baptist, and she was like, I've been celibate all this time, blah 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 blah. And I think she just wanted to get with me out of comfort. So I mean, I guess she just didn't shave that whole fucking time, and then
Oh,
because there's no fucking way someone else fucked her and they weren't getting hurt. So it might have been true.
it was like Grundy's stink. You gotta take Chip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get the full combo, but
It's the noxious.
it's gonna
Yeah,
it's
like
gonna
the
add
reptile,
up.
huh? The reptile.
You endured the Chip damage.
Right.
Well, that was quite a story.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting indeed. I know you guys like to talk about movies, because I know you know because it was back when 60 was on the show. You guys talked about it a lot. Let's talk about. I think everybody's looking for Star Wars. Everybody looking for Star Wars here?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'll definitely
Let's
see it.
talk about our favorite Star Wars characters. Let's start with Slips.
I guess I don't know, Boba Fett. I guess.
It's pretty tight. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it doesn't say shit.
Yeah, there's
No, but
No,
he's
I like
cool.
Leia. Leia was good.
Yeah.
Slave Leia. Yeah.
Slave Leia was where it's at, man.
Yeah.
That was like, I remember exactly. It's like yesterday. I was at a Blockbuster. It was back in the in the mall. They used to have like movie fucking stores,
Mhm.
I don't know if it was like a Blockbuster Movies or some movie store, and they were playing Return of the Jedi. And I'd seen like the first Star Wars and Empire. I never saw Return of the Jedi, and I saw fucking Princess Leia in that fucking slave outfit, and I was like, what the fuck movie is this? I was like, this is Star Wars. And I just remember like, I didn't ask about it right then because it would have been obvious. But I remember like a day later, I was like, Mom, I was like, I need to see. I was like, I need the Star Wars trilogy. I really like Star Wars. Okay. Yeah, I jerked off to fucking that.
He was gonna say that. Oh my
Like,
god.
yeah, like you had the VSR and you would like pause it and like
Like slow-mo.
poses like and then there was one I remember exactly. She was like just standing next to Jabba the Hutt and you could see some side boob action. And I'd pause it there. I'd be like, oh yeah. And then like there was another part where she was choking Jabba out with the chain.
Yeah.
And she like really reels back really hard and his tongue's sticking out, but when she reels back, like her tits are like really bulging up, like she's squeezing them together, you know? Like I'd pause it right there. I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. Man,
You know what's sucked about the VCRs? You had those lines, you know, when you pause it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they kind of
Like-
go in her face.
Yeah.
But who cared? Like it's her face. Who cares?
Did you ever action figure the little slave Leia action figure?
No.
I did.
Oh God.
I'd like put it into poses and like
Poses.
like bend it over and stuff.
Oh my god.
Bend it. Oh. Who was giving it to her? Like you have like a Ninja Turtle going to town on it?
I'm like IG-88. Like,
What? Robot? Darth Maul was cool.
Yeah, I like him.
Oh yeah, he's he's pretty cool.
What about you guys? Who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Dude, I gotta go with the Emperor, man.
Yes, Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He was good.
Cowboy, do you remember any quotes?
Unlimited power. Yeah. hmm
Do it.
Yeah.
So like, also like when he's talking to Darth Vader, like, "There's great disturbance in the Force," and he's like, "I have felt it." I'm like, why are these guys talking so dramatic? It's like ridiculous, but I love the character. I really do.
He was
awesome.
like when Luke's looking at that lightsaber. He's like sitting in his throne, and Luke looks down and like he sees his lightsaber, and the Emperor's just like, you want this, don't you? He like pets it. It's like,
He does. He pets it.
yeah, he pets it. He's like, take it, use your weapon,
Strike me down.
with
Yeah.
all of your hatred. It's like, oh god. Yeah, Palpatine was cool, man. Because I remember thinking, like, fucking Darth Vader's fucking awesome. This this old piece of shit's supposed to be better than Darth Vader. Get the fuck out of here. And then he shot fucking lightning from his hands. I was like, okay,
It was like, holy
you win.
shit.
I was like, Darth Vader, shit.
Like how all the I guess the guy who's oversee the Death Star project, whatever, like he tells him that, like Darth Vader tells him that the Emperor's gonna come, and he's literally like shitting his pants. He's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
it
true.
was also pretty funny. Like it just like tells you, I mean, damn, I mean, Darth Vader is crazy, but this guy is just straight a psychopath.
He lived up to the hype. I mean, we only heard about the Emperor for like the first couple movies. Like,
Yeah.
it was hard to believe that he was gonna be cooler than Vader. Mission
He's
accomplished.
Pretty tight. I like when he's like taunting Luke and he's like, "Oh, I'm afraid the battle station will be quite operational."
That was a good line. Like Luke's like, he says like your overconfidence is your weakness.
Oh yeah.
Emperor's like, your faith in your friends is yours.
Faith in your friends is yours.
Yeah.
do you guys think they can match like the characters? Because I mean, Darth Vader and Emperor, of course, some of the good guys are like, they're iconic characters that almost everybody is familiar with around the world. Do you think they can match that with the new episode?
I don't think so, man.
Well, the thing is, they're bringing a lot of those iconic characters back. Like Luke is going to be back, Chewie's back.
Yeah, but they're not going to be the central focus of the story. I'm assuming they're not going to be, the. Luke is probably not going to be there for like 3 episodes, I assume. So it's going to be about the new characters.
Yeah, have you seen the new villain, the like Kylo Ren guy?
Is he like the cyborg thing?
Yeah, he has the mask and the like lightsaber with the cross.
Yeah, he looks pretty.
He looks
pretty
cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if
He's
he'll be
good.
Vader.
Yeah, isn't the one? It's like General Hux or something like that. Is that what I heard?
Like did you see like the new pictures they just released?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
General Hux or something. Just looks like a general. Like I guess he's supposed to be even more evil. Like I don't know. Like I don't see it, but
Yeah, he's like the general of the Empire now or something.
So he's like basically the new emperor or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
The Clone Trooper looks awesome.
My expectations, like, I'm not making the same mistake twice. Like, Phantom Menace, those prequels, like, fucked my life up. Like, because I thought for sure they were good, and then just like the more you watched them, it questioned my own judgment on everything. I was just like, because I came out of Phantom Menace like that was great, blah blah blah, and it wasn't until later I was like, oh man, wow, was I wrong about that? Like I was more wrong about that than fucking Martian Manhunter. And like,
that's pretty funny.
But so my expectations for the new movies is I mean, J.J. Abrams is doing the directing on this,
it's
right?
Gonna be good. It's gonna.
And
be good.
he did their Star Trek remakes.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm setting my bar. If he can just make Star Wars respectable again, just make it a good fucking movie, just make it worth my fucking $11 worth, and I'm good to go. I just want to come out like, man, that was good. That was worth more than $11. That was great. Just entertain me. Just make it decent again. That's all I'm asking. I don't want to feel like shit, like, you know, to admit I like Star Wars.
No, I think it's going to be excellent. Like the trailer, everything I've seen, I think it's going to be as good, if not better, than the original trilogy.
You're insane.
No, dude.
You're setting yourself up.
Dude, it looks so good. Have you seen the trailer?
I've
seen them all.
I mean,
But
they're smart by not
great.
really. They're just showing us clips. Like they're not really going too far deep into it. I mean, I just hope it's good, man.
Dude, are you telling me when fucking Luke Skywalker lights up his lightsaber after 30 fucking years, you're not gonna go ape shit in the theater? You have a heart of stone.
You remember when Yoda fucking activated his lightsaber?
It was cool.
Fucking stupid.
His little mini lightsaber.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
I like
I like
that.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
No, you guys are idiots.
Oh.
That ruined
No.
the original trilogy.
It made sense why
No,
they had
it
to do it.
didn't. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
No, they tried their knowledge of the Force, and they were equal. So they
Remember in Empire what Yoda said? He said it's not about, you know, you're this shrewd nature, and he, you know, pinches Luke's arm. It's not about strength. It's not about agility. It's about it's all about your knowledge of the Force. In the fucking original trilogy, it was supposed to be all about your knowledge of the Force. Your knowledge of the Force was supposed to trump strength. And then the fucking prequels just shit all over it and said, nope, you can only get so good with the Force. In the end, it's all about being good with a lightsaber.
that was older
That's
Yoda.
fucking dog
That
shit.
was when Yoda was old and all gimped out. Like, this is a younger...
Stupid.
Like, Yoda could actually fight.
Get out. No, that shit sucked. Prequels fucking shit on... God, I hope they remake the prequels. One of my
Remake the prequels.
They need to remake the fucking prequels. Dude, come on.
Just let it be.
No. Like, one of my goals, like, I want to try and live as long as I can. You know, not to see, like, my children grow up and grandkids, and they're like, I want to live long enough to where they remake the prequels. Once that's in that, like, you know, when Jesus, you know, or not Jesus, but, you know, in the Bible, when that old man saw Jesus as a kid, and he was super fucking old, and he was just staying alive, and he finally saw Jesus. He was like, oh, now I can die in peace. I've seen the Messiah. That's me for the Star Wars. Just
Chick
let
with
die.
fucking Anakin.
just goddamn they fucked. Goddamn George Lucas fucked up. Jesus.
What's that?
It's fine.
It wasn't that bad.
Bad.
I mean,
Come
it
on,
sucked, but come
Rating,
on.
dude.
It was terrible.
Episode 3 was good.
No. That was the worst one. God, you're an idiot.
Dude, come on.
I liked it.
It was the worst. That sealed the deal. The third movie sealed the deal that the prequel sucked. Yeah, that was it. All we heard about in the original trilogy was how fucking badass Darth Vader was. Obi-Wan, like he's talking to Luke. Luke's just like, "What happened to all the Jedi, Master Obi-Wan?" And Obi-Wan, he just puts his head down. He's like, "Man, Luke, fucking Darth Vader, bro. Like, this fucking dude hunted down all the Jedi and killed them by himself. He's fucking amazing." And then the prequels, he didn't do any of that shit. He wasn't badass at all. He was a little whiny bitch. And all he did was kill some fucking kids. That's
Younglings.
the legend of Darth Vader. Darth Vader in the original trilogy, before the prequels were made, if you were to name the top fucking 5 villains of all time, you would have been like, fucking Darth Vader's in. Holy shit, listen to that fucking voice, look at his character, he's fucking awesome. And then the prequels is all about him. It's supposed to justify how awesome he is in the original trilogy, and we find out he fucking sucks. His first words as Darth Vader is, "No!" It's terrible. It's awful. He sounds like a Street Fighter character. Who says that?
When they die.
No.
Yeah, the dialect, yeah. Yeah, I agree. That was that was pretty bad. But again, like it showed us how he became, Vader. It showed us why it happened. Like it wasn't perfect, but I don't think it was garbage.
Yoda looked fucking stupid. You're telling me that in the second movie, everyone's like, "Oh God, someone's puppeteering these droid armies and these clones. Like, who's doing it? Who's doing it?" Yoda's like, "I don't know, the dark side clouding the Force." And Natalie Portman, who's just a normal fucking person who's just using fucking logic, is like, "Oh, I think it's fucking Palpatine." And they're just like, "No, you're an idiot." That was fucking terrible, dude. Everything the prequels did, shit on the original trilogy, was fucking garbage. It needs to be remade. You all need to apologize.
Whoa.
No, Sam, dude, you're aggressive today, man.
It's fine.
No.
Now I feel like bad for liking them.
I think
Do you ever
originals
see
are
the
good,
Plinkett
but-
reviews?
What?
Plinkett?
Oh,
Red Letter
yeah,
Media?
Red Letter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's when I knew they were bad. I saw that. Like, it's like you knew they were bad, and then like the way those reviews like broke it down, you're just like, damn, it's really bad.
Those were more entertaining than the movies.
I've watched those more than the movies.
Yeah, those were.
Oh, good.
I like
They're
when
so
he's like,
funny.
oh,
Oh.
oh.
Yeah. I mean, I could talk Star Wars all
Have
day.
you seen that clip with like Matthew McConaughey crying to the new Star Wars trailer?
No.
You gotta watch it. It's hilarious.
Matthew McConaughey loves Star Wars?
Well, it's like a clip from him in Inception or Interstellar.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
edited,
Interstellar.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like edited, but it's hilarious.
Oh, I see.
He's like bawling to watching it.
That's awesome.
What do you think of like what's going on with Bill Cosby?
he's done. He's completely finished.
That's
I
a
think
wrap.
I think
Yeah.
that sucks. I feel
That's
bad
it.
for him.
Like
What?
What?
I feel
What
bad.
are you talking about?
He's a
Why
fucking
you insane?
rapist.
Oh my god,
You
this
feel
guy.
bad?
I feel bad for him.
Why?
Dude, he-
They obviously
raping
didn't give
women.
a fuck until recently. Like, the dude's he could die fucking tomorrow. Just let the guy die thinking he's a
my
legend.
God.
Like,
Dude, do you
Oh,
understand what he
dude.
did?
it's Just let the dude die in peace.
Yeah, just don't let it ever tell anyone about it. It's not like you got
Jeez.
brutalized.
Why
or
didn't they
raped.
report this earlier? Why is it now? They're
Same
now
reason
they're
a lot of
coming out
women
of the
don't do it.
woodworks. Like,
well, he had a positive image among. Like they did a ranking where he was one of the most beloved celebrities back then.
Yeah,
So
he
you
was
can't
a
come
hero.
out. So you one woman, you're telling me, well, this guy, he funneled me inappropriately, and you can't say that because nobody's gonna believe you. But apparently, like he assaulted a woman, on the set of the shows, and dude, this people need to hear about this. Like, he
Yeah.
put on blast.
Yeah, women don't come out about being raped because they feel ashamed, or I mean, a number of
Exactly.
reasons.
But there's like 50 something plus women, like they've already come out and said this guy did this. I mean,
Wow.
that is
50?
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've read on it, on Yahoo. In fact, this morning,
Yahoo?
is it
yeah,
is it even true? Do we even know?
Like that many don't
50 women,
Yeah.
dude.
50?
like
I mean, yeah, fucking that girl said Kobe fucking Bryant raped her, and we all knew that was bullshit. Like,
That's just one woman, dude.
Yeah, this is 50.
50 people, man.
why would they all say that if it wasn't true?
Yeah, and they're
Like
not
what
like,
do they have to gain?
yeah, and they're not even asking for like a monetary return.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing. Like, if they really wanted money, they'd like threaten to say it publicly or something, and he'd pay them off. Like, they're just saying it.
But it's like he was our childhood like hero. Like he was a model to what is good. And it turns out all that time he was a rapist.
Yeah, like he's completely finished.
Doesn't that like shatter your faith in like your heroes?
I don't get it.
I never
Why-
cared about him, but
Why bring it up now? Like, I just don't understand it. I mean, how do you go about that? You were raped by Bill Cosby. You see a few other girls said it. Oh, I'm gonna call my fucking paper and say I got raped too. Like, I don't know.
Dude.
Do you go into detail? I don't know.
he can't really. He doesn't really said much either.
Yeah, he's just like quiet on it.
If he was like 100% sure these are all bullshit, he'd come out and say something like definitive.
Yeah.
But it's clear that there's something going on here, or there was.
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, he's finished, man.
He's done.
He'll
It's
never
like,
be on TV again.
yeah.
so
And
much
it's
so much
not-
for Ghost Dad too.
Yeah.
And it's not like the women are like related to each other or like they're friends or something. It's just random,
Women he's worked
women
with.
coming out, just saying, okay, this guy did this, backstage, and they go into great detail. I mean, it's disturbing, man. It really is. But I wonder do you guys think like if we prosecuted? Because I don't see it.
I mean, the damage is done.
Yeah.
How
I
can they
don't
prove it?
I don't think he'll like go to jail or anything, but his career is over.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, his career's already over. He's old as fuck.
Oh, this is like 60 plus, right?
70 something.
Yeah,
probably.
he might be in 70s, late 60s.
He's not going to be talking about big bowls of Jello anymore.
Him and Hogan, Hulk Hogan too.
Oh my, he's also done.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Our heroes are like dropping one by one.
Yeah.
What was he? What was it like? He got with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Yes.
And he said a bunch of stupid shit around her.
Bubba the Love
Hasn't he
Sponge.
done that like countless fucking times to other
Well-
celebrities?
It was the same time. This is an old tape, so the same like tape from the sex scandal is when he said all this shit. So it
Why
was
is that
one.
coming out now?
I don't know, but one night he really fucked up, and like he's
Well,
done.
the WWE immediately fired him. They removed him from the from the website.
They
they
erased him.
Yeah, they
History.
erased him from history pretty much, and just because he said some highly racial, made some highly racial comments, and it's just, yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks to be him but I think he apologized. He acknowledged that he made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you know, it's obviously very bad, but I don't think it's as bad as the Bill Cosby stuff.
Yeah,
Because
he
Bill
has a
Cosby's
chance.
just like,
Do you think Hogan can come back from this?
I think the
In a little
WWE
bit.
may,
He's so fucking old. Just forget it.
like I think
mean-
the WWE may want to do something with him in the future. Like, I mean, he's already old anyway, but like they may at least acknowledge him. But
Yeah.
he can't wrestle and he's got a bad hip.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be. He's finished. This is more like about the reputation of the person, honestly.
Yeah, it really bums me out because like I loved Hogan when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like he was my idol.
Like in the WWE or the WCW.
Both really, but like in the '80s, especially like WWF. Like when I was a kid, he was my hero.
Dude, Hollywood was so much cooler, man.
Hollywood Hogan, yeah.
And WO. It was
For
so
life.
awesome. For life. Yeah, it was just amazing.
Are you a wrestling fan, Dave?
Yeah, I used to watch wrestling even when I was back in Europe, man. It was one of the. I remember, man, Monday night, Nitro.
Yeah.
NWO, NWO Wolfpack.
That's
Then
good
there was
stuff.
that Latino World Order. Like,
Oh,
I
God.
just.
They suck.
It was Eddie Guerrero. It was awesome. I loved that. Even when they came back to the WWE, I thought, they had it was kind of like a botched run, but I enjoyed it for what it was, though.
Do you still watch it?
I do think like it kind of sucks right now. I don't like it's more like geared toward kids
Yeah, it's more like
because they have to it's more like they have to watch out what they say. They can't use any blood, and I think it takes away from the reality of it.
It's funny how that works, huh? It used to be like that in the 80s, and then it got really
yeah,
intense.
Attitude Era.
Yeah, and now I guess we're back to that, huh?
Yeah.
Sucks.
It's weird.
I mean,
Sucks.
right now they have their moments. Like right now
Mhm.
they're doing Lesnar versus Undertaker. That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did, but dude, there was like a lot of questionable stuff they did. Remember that Katie Vick story? Like that was just
yeah.
it was insanity. Like
That was crazy.
like Slips, are you familiar with that?
With what?
Katie Vick. Do you know what that is?
Okay,
No.
so you want to explain it to him?
No. It involves Triple H molesting a corpse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they pretty much had Triple H like impersonating Kane, who's another wrestler, humping pretty much corpse like talking. It was just like that's like one of the
Yeah, it was one of the worst things
one of
ever.
the worst segments
What?
in wrestling history.
It's on YouTube.
It's on
Wow.
you. Like wow, like it was just
This was during the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Towards
like,
the
they
end
did-
of it.
I remember just the Generation X like going around and like saying suck it and motioning at their dick and shit. And I was like, just that alone. I was like, man, this is not for kids. Just
Fuck,
that
yeah,
It was
alone.
awesome.
yeah. It was
Oh yeah, it was great. I loved fucking the Godfather. He had his
Oh,
hoe
yes,
train.
yes.
Bitch slapping his hose all over the place. God damn.
There's
Fucked
no
up.
way they'd be able to get away with that stuff right
Yeah,
now.
I don't think
They
you could have
would.
a pimp character.
Even remember Val Venus? Remember that
Oh,
character?
yeah.
That
Yeah.
was fucked up too.
Yeah, like he was
God
like a
damn.
Hello, ladies.
like he was like a porn star. Like there's no way they would be able to, they would get so much criticism. But back then, like nobody really cared. It was like
I mean, that was the best stuff though. Like that's
was.
when they had the highest ratings. Is when
yeah,
they-
their ratings were ridiculous. I mean, they were like
Awesome.
4 times as much as they get now.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.
He was
Oh,
easily.
yeah.
He
To
was
me,
the
he's
best
the best.
ever.
He's
Yeah.
the best ever. Yeah, no question. I mean, I love Hogan. I love all my old school people when I was like old school wrestlers when I was growing up. But I mean, I was I mean, I was in like junior in high school or maybe even a senior. I can't remember, but that was cool. I was in high school and wrestling school, like because of Stone Cold. Like you had to be on another level for me to believe. For me to be a fan of fake fighting at that age, like you had to be doing something right.
Yeah.
He was the best.
He just came out and kicked everyone's ass, drank beer, and like he was awesome.
He was just perfect for. He was the perfect character to say like "fuck you" to authority. He said
Yeah.
you to Vince
Yeah,
McMahon. He's
yeah.
fucking with The Rock. He didn't give a fuck about it. He's drinking on the job. Like, if you had a hard day at school or work or whatever, and you hate your boss, you hate your teacher or anything, and you sat down and you watched fucking Monday Night Raw and you see Stone Cold flicking off his fucking Vince McMahon, giving him stunners and all this shit. Oh my god, it was just fucking awesome. God, it was great.
I gotta tell
Like,
you,
we all got to live vicariously through Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I also like Triple H back in his like old heel character.
Oh yeah.
Because he used to come on, like, used to take the sledgehammer, he just used to, like, pound on people, and they're, like, start bleeding. Not bleeding, but, like, start pouring, like, blood from their face. They're like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. You're like, you son of a bitch, don't you ever mess with me. Like, pound, pound, pound. Pedigrees them, like, on a chair, takes out the sledgehammer again, like, it just smashes them. It was, like, obviously everybody knew it was fake, but it, like, you were watching it for the first time, and like, oh my god. And the obviously the crowd's chanting asshole, asshole, like that's what made wrestling so great, because you have a villain, a major heel that's so hated that people actually think they buy into the product, they think it's so real. It was an amazing time for wrestling, man. It really was.
I miss it.
Yeah,
I
miss it
just
too.
I don't understand why they just don't go back to it. It was amazing.
There's more money to be made with like the PG thing because advertisers and all that.
Plus, like,
What?
hold on, well, this too. Remember that Vince's wife is running for like senator, right? Or was at least.
She was like a while back. I don't know if
Yeah,
she's still.
but
Doing
they
it.
Yeah, I
can't.
don't know. I don't know what the incentive is to not be cool again. I don't know.
Well, now they're like a publicly traded company, so they have to answer to more people.
That sucks.
And I think a lot of their audience is actually like the mature audience has switched to like to actual fighting,
Yeah,
like
like MMA.
MMA, UFC. Like,
I mean, MMA was going on during the Attitude Era. It didn't matter.
I know, but once WWE switched to more like PG-13 product. I mean, those guys like, see ya. We're not gonna watch this. It's just too kiddie for us.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why I don't watch it. Yeah, it's just not entertaining.
Yeah, it's still okay, but like it's not like special like how you.
Yeah.
Special.
I mean, it has its moments now, but
It does, like The Rock came back and stuff, but it's not the same. It's not the Attitude Era.
do you think there's like parallels between pro wrestling and the fighting game community? Like
What do
with
you mean by that?
like
Yeah.
with feuds and like heels and faces and stuff.
A little bit, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, maybe the narrative isn't constructed as well as it used to be, but it's still there. You got your villains, your heroes, people talking shit. Yeah.
Who's the best heel in the for the NRS community?
PL.
I don't know. Yeah.
Perfect Legend, yeah.
Yeah, people hate him.
There's some people who, like, when people hate them, they play better. Do you kind of see what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I can see.
yeah.
It.
Like PL,
Like,
you
when
mean?
people like Pia, like, he feeds on the negativity. And honestly, I'm like that too. I like when people like count me out.
Yeah.
It gives me more
That's awesome.
motivation. I'm like, yeah.
Mhm.
And I think Perfect Legend does it better than anybody else because he takes the hatred. Like, he says stuff like Kung Lao is J tier. People like they go insane when they hear that, but he loves that. Like, that's kind of what feeds him. And you also have your good guys that never talk, like Tyrant. Like, he's quiet.
Yeah.
Like, he never says anything. Like, sometimes he does, but it's not like the perfect. Not the stuff Perfect Legend says.
I think
mean,
I think like Sonic Fox is an up and coming heel. Like people are
Really?
really hating on him in the streams lately.
Really?
What?
Just 'cause he,
Why?
yeah, I
Like
mean,
an
just 'cause he
AGL?
always wins. I mean, you want to see someone else win.
Okay.
John
Yeah, but he's
Cena
not really.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
not
seen
really-
it.
Yeah, he's more like, he's not really a bad guy. Like, he just minds his own business and wins. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's what he does.
I don't know. He's annoying.
Yeah, Dave, you live with one of the biggest heels
Yeah,
in the
you're a
community.
heel.
No, not just Dave. He lives near one of the biggest heels in the community.
Oh, you
Oh.
mean playing to win?
Dr. Schultz, yeah.
Dr. Schultz.
He escalated villainy to a whole new level in Injustice. It was really bad.
Is he
I mean,
really
hold
like
on,
that?
hold on, no, like, too.
Yes. No.
Playing
That's
too,
that's
man.
why he's such a villain, because he's not
No,
playing.
like he's got some, like he and I obviously we're not the most well liked people in the community, and guess what? We don't care. Honestly, people like ask me, Dave, like this is what he said about you. This is DR said drink bleach. What do you have to say? I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, dude, people have threatened to kill me in tournaments. Like I don't, like I'm just used to it. Like, really, that's the only thing he said
Well,
about me.
You're different though, because like you are more trolly and funny. He's just not likable.
I know, but some people like have that. Like, but here's the thing: like, ultimately, people care, are you a good player? And he's a very good player. Like, he plays he made 4 or 5 top 8s, and so like I think that's what ultimately like when you win, people respect you. They may not like you, but they do respect you.
Right.
People hated Ronda Rousey at first, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're a dick, no one wants to hang around you.
Right. I mean, you notice the tournament's playing to win alone because no one wants to be near him. It's the truth. Like,
Damn.
Don't you think you say that because you two had a little rivalry with the Sinestro?
No, because I've talked to everyone like about him, and no one. I've literally never heard anyone say something positive about him. And that's not just to my group of friends either. Like, it is what it is. He's not a nice person.
I mean, I hang around with him, and I still do. I think he's a great training partner. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's working on Predator right now. In fact, he won some local tournament just tonight. So I think,
I'm not saying anything about his ability. I'm just...
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, he's not well liked, but I mean, just like me, I don't think he really cares.
Well, I mean, like, I get along with you. Most people get along with you.
True,
But...
yeah, true. But I guess, like you said, I'm more like of the trollish type,
Yeah,
like, make people
funny.
laugh.
Your gimmicks are funny.
Yeah, I see kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know the guy. He seems like a good player, but he comes off like a really hateful asshole. No offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Who's the baby face in our community?
The baby face?
Yeah. Well, like, what do you think about the Terry brothers? Are they heels, baby faces?
They're neutral.
Yeah. They're tweeners.
Yeah, tweeners.
Tweeners, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, maybe you guys have talked about this before, but scene doesn't quite feel the same as it did in MK9 and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't have that like personal rivalry.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not...
we need more shit talk.
It's pretty much we don't have enough shit talkers, yeah.
No, I don't think it's about that. Honestly, a lot of the hype, and I've talked to people about this privately, publicly, a lot of the hype has been killed by Yomi. Not to say that, they're a bad influence on the community. Of course not. They're awesome players. And every time they go to a tournament, they bring the hype. But we really have no rivalries. There's no VSM against the West Coast. There's no VSM against Atlanta. There's no VSM against Console Combat. There's no GGA against, any. We really don't have that anymore. Like, it's like, how many people have moved down to Atlanta, to hang out with those guys and get better? Like, it just killed.
I'd say basically all scenes are irrelevant. I mean, Florida's kind of there, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, Chicago, like,
yeah, CG has that, but
SoCal, they're kind of not doing that well as a scene anyway.
It's pretty much just Yomi.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. So it's kind of hard. Like, they're all friends down there. They're probably, they train, every day. They probably even, share some of the money that they earn, probably, I assume. But that's what I mean. Like, they wouldn't talk smack about each other. I mean, they're all friends. So that's why the community doesn't really know. And plus Carl is absent, so he's not doing his, theatrics. So I agree with you. That's why the scene kind of seems a little bit boring sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not a... I'd say, like...
To be fair, like, Yomi, it's good. It's a double-edged sword, like, we've heard this, but it's good that the plus side is they're going to all these tournaments. And, like, with EGLs as Wound, like, if you would have won EGL and it was you and Corey the Dragon in grand finals, like, you would be getting no credit at all right now.
Right.
So the fact that they are going to every tournament, like, we're seeing the ultimate high-level play at every tournament, so maybe it's not as high, but just as far as watching, like, high-level, like, that's definitely there. Like, there's no bullshit tournament. Like if you go to a major and they're there, like
Yomi's
it's
there.
fucking real. Yeah. There's a lot of people that a lot of just people getting fraudulent top 8s. Like they're out. Like I don't know. A good example would be, but
I mean, a couple of
there's
those
no
East Coast
bullshit.
things, yeah.
There's no bullshit. People getting top 8 and then they start running their mouth, and you have to roll your eyes. Like, dude, no, don't even have to.
Yeah, there's really just no narrative. Like there used to be, like Carl won Evo, gone for months. Will he be able to do it again? He gets bodied, then he wins. I don't know if there's anything like that. I guess maybe it's whether or not Yomi or Fox win, but it's not the same. I'm not sure what it is.
There's no blindly arrogant people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you do have, like, again, just to give more people credit, like Honeybee.
Yeah.
He doesn't train with those guys, yet he still makes top 8 very consistently. Just a
Right.
great, again, Cowboy, like he doesn't train with those guys, and he just won a major tournament. So you do have other people winning, and I think that keeps the scene interesting. But in terms of like the drama, it's really, it's really dropped down, especially when compared to MK9. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Pretty much the only
they fixed.
Besides Wound and Sonic Fox, it's hard to talk shit when Yomi's got God knows how many players. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like Fox has been tearing things up. I'm not sure. Felt like it was less set out like that in MK9. Like Carl could have won, Rio could have won, and now I mean it's basically Fox was absolutely bodying people for a while. It's good that Yomi's kind of less than that, but I guess there's just less drama really. I don't know.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I think just people need to catch up to Fox.
Yeah, and I think people forget that the game is only like 4 months old. I mean, keep that in mind as you're making your tier list, judging certain characters. And I know I've learned my own lesson, but
no, you haven't.
Yeah, probably I haven't. I'll still, next DLC, next game, I'll make this. I'll just figure out. I'll just use a different adjective. But I think keep that in mind. Like people who are winning now may not win a year from now. People, tier lists may change. The patches are coming. Like just keep that thing in mind. And do your own thing. And that's what keeps the scene interesting.
I mean, one thing that's helping with the hype, and this will kind of transition to shout-outs, and we'll wrap it up. But Pig of the Hut, he's been bringing back the Red Hot Sundays.
Right.
That's been pretty hype the past couple weeks because it's exhibitions. It's not like a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So you know who's going to fight. They can kind of book it, like build some heat, and I mean, the past few weeks watching that has been very hype.
Okay.
Like Dave versus Tremor, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, like this is what I mean. Like I'm not even, I haven't even traveled. I'm still practicing the game, and that's probably was the biggest blow up, me losing to DJT's Tremor.
Yeah, but it was entertaining. I mean,
yeah, like it's entertaining, and I'm glad people liked it. And by the way, I still think Quan Chi wins that match, and I'll prove it. But I mean, that's the biggest blow up. It was freaking online. Like what? This is how far we've come. Like it's
just we just lost the heels pretty much. Like we had Carl, we had CD Jr. constantly popping off. Wonder Chef. I mean, he usually goes in on people. We haven't really heard much from him lately.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet.
He's been crying about Shinnok, but yeah.
16-bit, like, that's something we got to acknowledge too.
Yeah.
16-bit, like, I think it's official. Like, 16-bit is officially done with the community as far as being a competitor. Like he got his he's no longer a contract employee. He is like an actual NetherRealm employee now. So
so he's
so he is officially dead to KTP. Like,
well,
no, I mean that isn't a positive way. Like he's done it. Like it's a legendary story. Like it's a dude. I mean, I've known him since 2002, maybe 2000. No, probably 2003, 2004. I mean, I've watched him grow as a scrub all the way up to a top player. Like, I remember the first time I met him, it was at a tilt in Northwest Plaza in St. Louis. He came down from Springfield, and we were playing Tekken 5 DR, and he came up, and he was just like, "Oh my God!" Like, he was like, "Your slips!" Like, oh, it's. He didn't like gawk over me, but like he was just like, man, like, and he absolutely bleeds Mortal Kombat. I remember going to a KIT tournament with him, and almost the whole trip, he was talking about everything Mortal Kombat. He knew everything. He's like going over like how Ermac came to be, like all just the history. He's talking about all this shit in Shaolin monks and all this. So he's a dear friend of mine. It's awesome that he really grew up as a player. Like, he went from a scrub in Tekken. He actually turned out to be a pretty decent in Tekken. Like, he was probably like average. I'd say even above average in Tekken. Then he transitioned to Mortal Kombat 9. Just cheaped it up with Katana. I mean, he's a good player too, I guess. And then and then in Injustice, like, he really, spread his wings. Like, he transitioned to a different character, really put into work. Like, not only a different style of character, to a character that's not even like, I mean, some lower mid tier, like, and he did it. Like, he got top 8s multiple times with a subpar character, and that's hard as fuck to do. I remember when he got, I think, 3rd or 4th in KIT, I can't remember which. And I remember with Catwoman, I remember telling him, I was like, dude, just don't even go to any more tournaments. Like, you did it, dude. You took a shitter and you got top 8. I'm like, I wouldn't even go to anything else. And he ended up going anyway, and he still was getting top 8s, and that's fucking hard work. Like, so, I mean, mad props to him, and he does a great job at NetherRealm. Like, he's put his neck out there, and props. Like, we're gonna be talking about 16-bit like years down the line. Like, this dude just played a video game, and then got a job doing something that he absolutely loves, just awesome. Without going to school, without fucking, studying hours, learning code and all that shit. He got a fucking job making, helping to make video games by just being good at video games. It's almost like Fatality 1 or whatever that guy's was for first-person shooters.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's pretty fucking epic, man. So,
it's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Congratulations to him. That's amazing work.
Yeah. I mean, I knew
great career. Great, absolutely stellar career as a fighting game player.
Yeah. I mean, I met 16-bit when he was just another dude on GameFAQs, like on the fucking forums. GameFAQs. And like, I mean, he went from like just a online guy, stream monster, to tournament player, and now he's fucking Paulo in training. So, I mean, it's awesome, and he has the passion for it. So.
He bleeds it, yeah.
He deserves to be there. I mean, it's awesome.
He bleeds it. You can't take Catwoman and just be a whatever player. Like, in order to be that good with Catwoman, you got to put in the work.
She ain't that bad.
He said. I mean, he said it before. Like, one of his things was he's gonna learn. He told me, like, his training regime. He was like, I want to learn something new every day about a matchup, whether it's learning how to punish a move or getting the timing down to punish a move, or how to blow up this person's wake-ups, like how to beat all the options for this person's wake-ups. I remember him coming into work just be like, oh, I found out a great way to blow up Hawkgirl wake-ups, or oh, I found a great way to blow up like Killer Frost wake. And then he'd get email like, I can't blow up Harley wake-ups, she's fucking broke, blah, 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 blah. and he would put like strategies down on his phone for each character, and before he sat down, in a match in a tournament, and he'd see the character that he'd play against, he'd look down and see like, oh yeah, this character does that. This is what you do. Make sure to punish that. Like, that's vital shit. Like, we all know, like, we all take mental notes about characters, and oh yeah, I should probably do this. But I mean, you forget. I forget all the time. Like, I'll be playing people here locally, and it'll take like a match. Like, oh yeah, that's right. I can't even do this, or I should never teleport against this person, or blah 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 blah. Like, so it takes work. Like, I don't think people realize how much work it takes to be a top player, especially if you're using a shitter. So good for him. He did it. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, I have nothing else there, but I do want to say this. He is, he calls me a comic book character because of my antics, but at the same time, he is one too.
Yeah.
Because when you talk to the guy, he is the most entertaining guy in the community. Constantly says something funny, and we all know, his pop-offs, his passion for his promos. He's almost like, he's like almost like a WWE character. He's just a very, very funny guy, just very, very funny, and we all know he's great because the results speak for themselves.
I think he's a perfect combination of passion, personality, and talent. Like, he's got. It's no wonder that he got on board. Like, he's fun to be around. He's hilarious. Well, when he's not fucking emo. If he's emo, he's unbearable. He's like Tom Brady almost. But like when he's in a good mood, he makes the room light up. He's super fun to be around. So I'm sure everyone in NetherRealm fucking thinks he's hysterical. He's super passionate. I mean, we've been over it, and he's talented. He's good. Like, he knows games. Like, he's learned a lot over the years. I had to kicking and screaming, had to teach him how to play some shit. Like, but
what's your favorite 16-bit voice he does?
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I know Dave's.
That's actually a really good question.
I love that.
Stammering East Coast apologist. Yeah.
I like there's the New Yorker voice. It's just awesome. I love
KDZ.
Please. There's also that Shock voice. Of course, I like when he impersonate. Even though like all of his foreigners sound like me, I don't like his gross sounds like me. And
no,
I
it
sound
doesn't.
like yes, I do. Yeah, it's
I am the Agros. Nobody can beat me. Nobody's as good as me. Yeah.
His gross sounds like a robot. He's like,
yeah.
His Jeremiah is good.
Yeah, his Jeremiah is also very good.
I like it when he does CD Junior. Yo, real rap.
Yeah. And there's also the playing to women is also pretty funny.
Mario, these scrubs just don't understand.
Yeah, 16 is just a very we all have friends and we hope they're not boring because we don't want to hang around boring people, right? We want people who entertain us, and he is the personification of that. Trust me, he really, really is.
Get him and Tom Brady in the same room together and just.
Oh my god!
People understand. Even a guy like Master D, he doesn't give a damn about the drama. But dude, I want to go to a tournament. Put me in a hotel room. I want 60 people there. I want Tom to be there, and it's. The hilarity will ensue. Just the moment
they need a TV show together.
Yeah, the moment one of those two opens their mouths, it's something, an argument. It's just you gotta be there to see it. I wish I could record it, and the community was just, they will laugh for hours. Just very, very funny guy, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap it up, Cowboy, let me give you an opportunity to do some shout out. Again,
sure.
Nice on your win, and give some shout outs.
Okay. I'll give some shout outs, first of all, to 16-Bit, of course, for the job, but also because he is secretly one of the best players in our community at the Shinnok match, which is extremely embarrassing, I'd say, for other people. So, yeah. All you people talking about nerfs, nerf this, I can't do shit. Just remember, someone who basically doesn't play this game knows the match and is good at it. So yeah.
I mean, he plays Max.
Max does not use Bone Shaper, and he doesn't even play Max that much. So yeah, it's a pack up. So yeah, 16-bit props. You understand the match. You understand the game. You break it down well. Second, I'll give a shout out to my sponsor because they always help me out. Believe in me, even when I don't succeed, which is good because then it helps me succeed. Shout outs to my teammates, of course, Sonic Fox and White Boy. Great guys. Good to hang around. And yeah, I think those are my shout outs.
Cool. You guys got anything?
I mean, shoutouts to my crew, I guess. Shoutouts to Red Raptor, Majin Berserker, my people.
Dude, I watched a little bit of
Jody
your
the
stream.
Great.
I watched a little bit of your stream the other day, and you were getting mad. Dude.
No, yeah, the
You were
stream
like,
is
"Fuck
gold.
you! You're being a pussy."
Oh yeah, Raptor every once in a while can really get under my skin. Yeah.
The game is just hooking you up. Yeah, that was one.
If I play for a long period of time and I don't get a break, like I start getting on autopilot and I stop thinking and he exploits it and he does it well, and props to him for doing that. So
What's
really
his,
mad.
What's his response when you're yelling? All
Yeah, he's a quiet
He just
Asian
laughs. He
kid.
just laughs. Thankfully, he doesn't take it personally. Because man,
you go a little far
There's-
sometimes.
sometimes I wonder, like, I'm surprised I haven't got punched in the face yet.
No shit.
But I usually apologize if I get too bad.
Yeah, Issue was awesome. Dave,
Yeah.
any shout outs?
No, just again, like slopes to my local scene. Master D, Playing to Win, THTV, Ninja CW, Ribs, all those guys, you know, who come out and play, you know, we're trying to get better, just trying to improve with the game and enjoy the game.
Right on. I do want to give a message out there, like with the Red Hot Sundays thing. If you guys want hype for MKX, like we need more community content. Like if you're good at fucking making T-shirts, make a T-shirt like Eric Z 119 or whatever. But do a stream, do something. We need more hype for MKX, and that's kind of why we brought this show back. But just wanted to say that. So I think that's it. We done?
Yeah, we're good.
Done.
We're done. Peace.
Fight! Round 2. Round 3.
or I'm sorry. Oh, now the man aliens have vaginas. Who would
Yeah.
you fuck?
Well, wouldn't they be? Well, that
Well,
makes sense.
I don't think you have much of an option there.
Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't if they
Yeah,
had.
then they're not guys.
Yeah,
I mean, they look like they have the physique of a man, but they have a vagina.
so you're saying they would be transgender?
Oh shit.
I
Clips.
guess, but they're not transgender. I mean, that's just how they are. That's
So it's either a hot chick with a dick or a man with a vagina.
yeah. What would you go?
Oh, someone else go first. I ain't going.
I would pass and go with a human. I mean, that's what I would with a human female.
Well, it's pretty much what makes you gayer. Fucking the physique of a man, fucking something that has a sniff.
I think fucking the physique of a man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, let's say that it's a smoking hot chick with a dick.
I mean, that's essentially what it is, yeah.
Okay.
But you have to fuck her in the ass.
Well, of course.
I don't know. Does that make you... Does that... Oh, I mean, I'll just reveal something. I've never done the whole anal thing.
The whole alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It just does that make me more gay if I go there? Like, I don't know. Nothing against
Not
like
with a
gays,
chick. Not with a chick.
It's fine with a chick. I mean, what's the real difference between a girl's ass and a dude's ass though? Besides like some hair or some shit.
I guess nothing. I don't know.
I mean, I think they would be cleaner.
I don't know if that.
Depends. You're dirty girls.
It'd probably be softer, right?
Why would it?
Girls are softer. I mean, just like softer skin and stuff.
I mean, is your butt soft?
I guess. I don't know.
Is it hard? Yeah. I don't know.
Softer? What? What are you talking about?
It's skin, you know? Probably inside.
It's an asshole. It has to be just as elastic as ours.
Well, inside it might be softer too. You never know.
All right. That's all I
Cool.
want to say.
I agree with the person, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. See you next week, cowboy.
Yeah.
All right. I think let's end it on that note. I think that's a good spot to end on.
Cool.